wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, independent, I never ever traded. You know what? What is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with videos for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, what's up, Marcos?
What is popping?
So we gonna hold the fort down, Tobin out today.
Yes, sir. It is a lovely addition to Tobin and Leroy, minus the Tobin. So hopefully Leroy's blood pressure stays at a decent level today, but you never know.
Listen, you know what's crazy? Here's what people don't understand. That's normal talk for me.
Yeah.
My blood pressure don't get high, right?
Yep.
People like that was Thanksgiving in my family's around the table, right?
Yep.
Like, you know how it is when y'all eating dinner and somebody say something stupid. You say, "Oh, that's stupid," and then everybody start going off at like, while you eating. That was my childhood. So, like me, everybody, a lot of people say this about me. They say, "Calm down, calm down." I say, "I ain't mad," right? Because I'm animated. I'm not mad, right? I said, so don't get it twisted. I could be mad. I said, but you can't do that to me, right?
Yeah.
Now, the thing about Tobes is I get mad because he know what he doing, right? He start laughing, and then I'm mad because he got me.
Yep.
So, but
he's
no,
good.
I ain't,
he's good.
I ain't like that's like I don't know what kind of you got a Latino family. Y'all, I went to one of your gatherings.
Oh yeah, Cookie.
Y'all ain't quiet. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you always have a couple of people in your family that want to take over the show, even though it ain't their show.
Absolutely.
Right? That's how I grew up. Right? Then somebody say, hey, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. You know, like
I would love to go to Thanksgiving at the Hordes.
Well, it's not like that now because you know my wife's Canadian.
I would say now you got the Canadians.
And they get intimidated.
Yeah.
Do you celebrate too?
No. They celebrate our Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And they'll come into town, and they usually come because they love them cruises. So our house is the hub, before they go on the cruise. So what they'll do is this. Oh, we can go in and stay with Leroy and Mel and my sister, my mother-in-law. We go 3 days early. So they'll come and they have one uncle. He just say, get a 48 pack of Bud Light. He said, I'm gonna have a Bud Light in my hand the whole time I'm there, and I won't get drunk. And guess what?
Yeah.
Every time he come, he leave about 2 or 3.
Damn. So he goes through like 40, 45?
In about 3 days.
That's pretty good.
Without even flinching.
Yeah.
And then, I just wish that he wouldn't walk around the house in the Speedo, but.
Well, there's that. There's that too, I mean,
they
get a little hot consuming all those Bud Lights.
It's like we're walking around in Speedos, bro.
Yeah.
They love the Canuckers love doing that.
Yeah, man. It's not like, yeah. I said, I told my wife, I said, that skipped you, huh? She be dressed in full garb when she go to bed. Head to toe and footies. I'm like, I can't even see a toe. Nothing.
She's
like,
conservative.
Man, I say after damn near 20 years, I should be able to like something.
Yeah, she
Can I see a pinky toe?
Yeah, nothing, dude. Nothing.
She's
Nothing.
a respectable young lady.
Yeah, no, she don't play. But other than that, man, can we just? I don't want to start the show off like this.
Yeah.
But people can't have nothing.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying?
About the Chiefs parade yesterday, right?
Like, it should be a moment. You won 3 Super Bowls in 5 years. You should be celebrating that you got a little dynasty with the best quarterback in the league, the best coach in the league, right? And y'all going that crazy. Come on, man. What's wrong with people? You can't have nothing, right?
Yeah, true, man. It's true.
You can't have nothing. Now, if they win the Super Bowl next year and say no parade, then what? What y'all gonna say? Nothing.
That would be rough, especially if they three-peat. Nah,
it don't matter, dude. You can't.
You guys acted wild.
Hey,
you guys like
Vlad.
Criminals. No parade for you.
Vlad.
No parade.
I can understand that.
You can't put people in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. It's sad. I feel bad for them because even if you don't like Kansas City, right? Even if you don't like the parade, everybody tuned into the parade to celebrate that team, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just, man, like
thank God Mr. Swift wasn't there. Could you imagine?
No way.
Oh no, she wouldn't have been, you know, out there. She would have been.
It just a simple fact that if that happened while she's around there or just her presence there, it would be it would be even bigger news. So
right.
It's a nasty look for Kansas City.
It's a bad look for and let me say this. It's a bad look for a city, but it's only because of a few knuckleheads. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And shout out to
the people that got one.
That got them. That got one of them. Shout out to them. They ain't wait
for no police. They said we ain't gonna have this here, buddy.
Yeah. And I like that. You know, those are the moments that are like, all right, cool. At least we're working together in some aspect.
People don't want you've been in situations, and we all have been in situations where something break out at a function or whatever. Yeah. And then you always have a couple of people say, no, not here. This ain't that time of thing. Y'all do that somewhere else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just squash it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I feel bad for all the victims. I feel bad for the city of Kansas City because they took these bums, took a moment of celebration and turned it into chaos. And it should have never been that. We should have been talking about so-and-so was so drunk, he dropped the Lombardi trophy, or who threw what Tom Brady threw the trophy and stuff like that. Silly
they're
stuff.
Kind of professionals, Leroy. I think they know what they're doing right now. I think they know what they're doing. They do.
Yeah.
But you ruined a beautiful moment. And what makes it bad is the fact that you've already had 2 celebrations already. Right. It's not like this is the first celebration, so you're going crazy.
Right. So you act crazy.
This is your 3rd celebration in 5 years. Like, what's going on? You had intent Mm-hmm. And I hope the other 2 get caught. And I'm happy that the first one of them got caught.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to catch. Look, do what y'all got to do to get the other 2. We need them off the streets. And Kansas City need to know who's responsible for this.
Now, speaking streets, San Francisco.
What happened in San Francisco?
Oh, wait. Let me say it. Them streets need a body. Who they got?
Steve Wilks. They got Steve Wilks. You didn't hear that?
No.
Yeah, they fired the defensive coordinator yesterday, which was shocking to me because he wasn't the reason why they lost.
It was the offense. Here.
Damn. After one season.
Can I just say this? I'm sensing a trend with all these Shanahan offenses.
Oh, I know what it is.
And you know what it is? They get after you in the first half, and then the other team make adjustments, and they have no answers. I've been complaining about that. Marcos, you've been hearing me complain about that all year with Mike McDaniel.
Yep.
The same thing happened in the Super Bowl. You get out to that big lead, And then you don't have answers for their adjustments.
17-7.
You don't have answers for their adjustments. Like,
20-10.
here, every offense that I've played in has what we call contingency plans. And that is, one, every route that you run, if it's against a certain defense, converts to a different route. Now, that becomes a little different when you run all these crossing routes that the Shanahan offenses run, okay? But as an offense as a whole, you got to have some contingency plans when they do one or two things. Here's what happens with the Dolphins. You throw that square in, you throw that crossing route, then they start packing the middle of the field, and then you seem lost. What are your adjustments to that? And it's the Shanahan system. It's the Mike McDaniel system. I don't know whether it's a coaching thing or it's not set in the offense, but for some reason, they are the only coaches that think that if they adjust and stop what we've been doing, we can keep doing it. It's going to work. No coach operates like that. Everybody got to make adjustments. And in fact, that is the part of football that gets lost because everybody got great players. But if you can get those great players in the right situation and circumstance to be ballers, then you got a chance to win. And that's what Kansas City did, right? Because you notice in the second half, what did Purdy have to do? A little bit more. Pat the ball, pat the ball, pat the ball, pat the ball. First look wasn't there. Second look wasn't there. Okay? What's your contingency? What's your contingency? You know, when they pack the middle of the field, the perfect play for that is a screen, right? It clears out the middle. So you run a hook over the ball with a screen. You check the hook, throw the screen. Look, throw the screen, check the hook. You got a contingency built in your play.
Can we say that? Can I say this? Can I say that Kyle Shanahan's the Doc Rivers of the NFL?
I think Doc Rivers is more competitive.
Let me say this. I even though Doc won a title, Doc, but the 3-1 series losses is the equivalent of having leads in the fourth quarter and losing.
Agreed. I got you. But here's what I would say is a little bit different. Because in basketball, when you have stars on your team, multiple stars, no matter what your coach call, you can still go out and make a play. It's not like that in football. If you take away Deebo Samuel, right, you stop Christian McCaffrey, and your coach hasn't made adjustments to either use somebody else or you continue to go to them and they're covered, that's a whole different game plan because you can just, with bodies, take stars out of a game in football. You can try to do that in basketball, but it usually means somebody's wide open, right? In football, you don't have time because of the pass rush to be perusing to find that other guy.
Believer, when you're up double digits late in the games.
Yes, I know, man. I know. Now, I will say this. I will say they had some bad luck too. Because that ball hitting random dude foot.
Oh, right? On the punt return? Yeah.
Because here's the deal.
That was rough.
Here, when you on punt team, I played them all. When you're on punt team, you have this thing called Peter. The punt returner's doing this. That means just get out of the way, right? But here's the problem. When you blocking, your back is to him. You don't see it. Hopefully you can hear it, but you can't see it. You see what I'm saying? So you could be getting out of the way right into the ball, or you have a guy pushing you and you just trying to, block him, and that's what happened. But they had some tough breaks. But again, I go back to all of these teams that run this similar offense have problems with adjustments. And I want to know if you're and this is my question to Mike McDaniel. You watching all this film, are you picking up on that? And what are your adjustments? I know this is his third year as a coach. And so I know based on what my career was that you can improve on these things. So I'm not trashing Mike McDaniel. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. But I am saying if Mike McDaniel going to take that next step and this team going to take the next step, that is going to be the first thing you notice on the football field.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you said it. A lot of people want to blame Tua, including me, but those second half adjustments, not only during the game, during the season. I've been hating. I've just been spitting facts, to be honest.
Really? So here, Marcos.
Yeah. Yep.
If you believe those are facts,
yeah,
and I'm cool with that. I'm not going to challenge what you believe. But here's where I have a problem. Everybody wants change without a solution. So I ask you this. What is a better option at this moment than Tua, the guy who led the league in passing? Go.
Right now, I would say we got to go to break. It's 10:20. Whoa. I didn't realize how late it was. These headlines are brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. You ain't getting away from this.
The better option right now.
No, not right now. When we come back.
All right, cool. Good.
Think about it so I could get you.
When we come back, I'm going to have a better option, and I'm going to talk about yesterday's Miami Heat victory, the second in a row for the Heat. We'll go over that and more when we come back right here on 560 WQAM.
Audemars on my wrist. Bust down. We popping bottles like I scored a winning touchdown. Remember me dead broke. Look at me up now. I run my city first. I feel it back up.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Welcome on back in. I see how you playing Meek Mill here, but Philly got that thing handed to him yesterday. Although it got
Miami was the boss.
It got it got dicey with about a minute left. When everybody started leaving, I'm like, whoa, y'all not familiar with, but they closed it out.
They did indeed, man. Another impressive win. That's 2 back-to-back for the Miami Heat.
You know what I like? You know what I like? And here.
What do you like, Leroy?
I like the speed in which they play. Like, Jaime never looks like he's in control, but be controlling everything, right? He just wilding out there. But then he'll come back, he'll put back a dunk, he just get lost, right? Because he always active. The threes have more space.
I have a question for that.
What's up?
2 good games, right? Like 2 impressive wins on the road.
I know what you're gonna say.
It's a Jimmy Butler question.
You already knew. Is it me? Is it me, or is the offense moving better? The ball's moving better without 22. And the reason why I say that is because 22 has the tough prospect of this. Fans and media want him to score more,
right?
When he's looking to get his team involved,
but when he's looking to get his team involved, how he scores slows everything up. Here's what I would say. We get caught up in this a lot, and what I would say is, different isn't always better. Okay, we see a different style of Miami Heat basketball that Jimmy's not there. Right? But when it gets down to it, can you depend on that if you need a bucket with 10 seconds left to win a game? You see what I'm saying? And that's what you have to juggle with in a lot of sports, right? We've seen teams lose a star player and it seemed like everybody else pick it up. But it's just different, right? And that's the thing. I don't know, and Spo has always said this. He wants to play faster, and Jimmy doesn't, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And
you know why, right? That's because of Tibbs. Jimmy's 34 in real age, but in basketball age, I'm playing with Tibbs.
He's about 43.
39, 40, between 39 and 40.
So that is the thing, because you have to understand that even Kevin Love plays fast. Right? Now, Kevin Love's fast is this. He get the rebound and throw it. And then chill.
He's a break starter.
He gets a break starter.
But he got that ball out fast. He got that ball out fast.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. And it's almost like that's like the starter, right? Because if that ball come out fast, everybody say, we running. But if you just do the Kyle Lowry and tuck your shirt in and let the ball roll out and dribble, right? Everybody else plays with that, right? You see a lot of guys standing around. Then the ball just gets passed around the perimeter. Then 5 seconds left, somebody got to chuck up a shot. But with that outlet pass, there's a lot of energy just in that outlet pass, and guys are going. And so I don't know how you incorporate that, because even when Jimmy was playing, Spo wanted to play faster. But sometimes when you see your team have success a certain way, as the star player, you're like, okay, we got to continue doing this. And I do believe that Jimmy understands that. He says, look at what we're doing to be successful. So I'm not just going to dismiss it, even though that's an easy place to go, right? That's an easy place to go. Like they do, who they do it with? Quarterbacks, right? Quarterback come in, throw for 300, throwing it all over the place, running around. He's a baller. Other quarterback come back, you just play different. That's just the nature of it. So you gotta separate that. But I know what everybody's thinking.
Everybody's thinking.
Yeah, we won these last 2 games without Jimmy. You just play differently. And Philly, regardless of who was playing with the Heat, was going to force that pace anyway. Right? So whether Jimmy was there or not, it was going to be a fast-paced game because Maxey does not play. Right? He is moving.
Oh, he's one of the fastest players in the league.
I've never seen a guy full speed stop and hit a pretty jumper. Right?
That's crazy.
No, they don't have that. No, the last person I seen that was Kevin Johnson from the Phoenix Suns, where he could run with speed and then stop at a dime and then hit a clean, pure jumper. But other than that, no. But he's good. He good.
Yeah.
You guys want to know the record the Miami Heat have with Jimmy Butler out of the lineup?
I would say somewhere between 8
this
and 3.
season or just in general?
This season, no, just this season.
How many games did he miss? First of all, hold on, I want to get that right.
18.
18 games.
Yeah.
18 games?
I would say 12 and 6.
I'm gonna go 10 and 8.
Right in the middle, 11 and 7. Right in the middle.
We're good. We're good, Leroy. We're good. We gave them the mean. We good,
but and if you see all those games, I would say the one glaring difference is the speed in which they play.
Yeah.
You got a lot of young players. You're talking about Jaime. You're talking about Jovic. You're talking about Tyler. You're talking about Bam, right? Caleb, H, right? You're talking about all these guys who can flat out move. So it's a different style. And think about this. Think about how athletic they are, right? They're not just fast. They're athletic. Jaime Jaquez is athletic. Jovic, athletic. Yep. We know what Caleb can jump out of a gym.
So with these 2 wins, guys, do you see, because they won this without Jimmy, they won this without Terry, and they won this without Josh, correct?
Yep.
So does that make you feel like the Heat are a deeper team than you thought, and that they may have the pieces? I mean, obviously you're going to look in the when the contracts are brought out, you may be able to bring someone, but if you won this game without 3 good wing players,
right?
Does that make you feel that got to make you feel like, okay, this team has a chance once the postseason come and everybody's fully healthy? Because that's one thing that they haven't been, is fully healthy.
Here's what it makes me feel, and I've said this before. I don't know what it is about this organization. Less is more, right? Whenever they don't have a deep rotation, whenever guys have to go in and fulfill a specific role. So, for example, Tyler was a point guard. End of discussion, right? Caleb does what he does. End of discussion. Bam. End of discussion, right? H. Everybody had a more definitive role because there were less people rotating. I think that's also a thing that has helped them, because you have a lot of young players that a lot of times are trying to understand where they fit in. I mean, think about this. When certain guys are out, Dunk shoot the hell out of the ball. When he got to make more decisions, he sometimes get timid.
Hey, man, the Dunk went to the hood this offseason, didn't he?
Woo, that's a Dunkyard dog.
Hey, Dunk went to the hood.
That's my boy.
Vlad, I'm gonna take
he either went to the hood or he had some, he got some Baskin Robbins flavors. I'm just saying.
Vlad.
He different.
I said this yesterday. And as well as I do, you always got that in you.
No, you were right. I listened to you and Tobin's
like
argument.
You don't just all of a sudden, like y'all say, you don't go to the hood and get tough. This ain't. Wait, what's that movie with old boy
Jamie Kennedy?
Get hard.
Oh, Get Hard with Kevin Hart.
Yeah. No, you can't all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. You have it in you, but I think, like you said, Marcos, they both were saying the same thing. They just wanted their point to be the number one point. It was just y'all both were saying the same thing. You're right. You can't have it's just not one day you wake up and like, I'm gonna be the dunkyard dog. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I get it, but you do see and I agree. The mindset has changed, but when it's changed drastically, bro. Like
you know what makes you change like that though? You know what makes that change? Change? Where you just say, "F it, I'm gonna be me." Disappointment and failure, right?
Yeah, true.
Disappointment and failure. How many times have you been in one of those tough spots and you trying to make everybody happy, and then you say, "You know what? I got to be me," and then it ends up working out more because you've been consistent with who you are and who you've been your whole life. You're not trying to fit the bill of what somebody else expects you to be like, right? So I think Dunk got that swagger about him. He almost goes on the court and say, I know I'm the best three-point shooter out here. Everybody else don't have to tell him. He go out there like, I know. And he goes out there with a confidence that if I shoot it, I'm going to make it. And with his development, he got all those other things in his bag now that now he got other things to go to. Oh, you going to take this away? Here's two in your face, right? And so that's what we're seeing. And I get frustrated talking sports sometimes because this happens with a lot of players in a lot of different sports, and we don't always have the patience to see this through.
This is America, bro. What are you talking about?
I need results.
I need 2 years, Leroy. We talked about this. You have 2 years in any organization. As a player, you have 2 years.
So
if you don't
let me ask you this.
Anything,
let me ask you this.
We got to move on.
Let me ask you this. How long was it before Jordan won?
But it's 8 years. But okay, different time. You talking about 40 years ago, Leroy?
Yeah, okay,
years ago,
wait. So
let things marinate.
Wait. Let me ask you a question.
You let things marinate. You let the spice.
Is Duncan better than Jordan? Then why the hell we expecting more out of him quicker?
Because it's 2024.
Based on
we're not 1980s. 1980s.
You can only be as good as you are.
Hey, 1980s, they had IBM. Now we got things that happen instantly. Okay? This is what we're talking about.
But
evolution.
Development doesn't happen like that.
It changes.
Okay.
Listen, Leroy, back in 1984, you didn't have a quarterback coach for high school kids.
Right.
Okay? Now, the kid, so things evolve.
Here's what happens. You don't have a quarterback coach. Now you have kids that are being developed more at a younger age, right? They get developed in college, right? Then they get to the NFL. You still got to take that next step. It's not, you don't just go right into it. Look at the quarterbacks in the league. Here's what people look at Patrick Mahomes and say he's 27 years old. 28. He's got 3 championships already. You know what the most important thing that happened to Patrick Mahomes in his career? He sat and watched the 13-3 football team.
Right. And he also had a great coach and a great
and
a very good quarterback.
You understand? Okay. So look at Justin Fields.
That's a great point. All right. So by your theory,
he's good.
The Bears should ride with Justin Fields.
What I'm saying is
no. But if we're going by, they should ride with Justin.
Here's what you got to do as an organization.
In this current sports world, when you have a guy like Caleb Williams, who everybody's projecting, saying all he's the next Mahomes, which we all know he's not, but he's supposed to be that guy. He's supposed to be the one.
Right.
So do you not take the chance of getting that guy who could be the one because you're helping develop a player that has shown you ups and downs?
Can I add one important part to that? And that important part is this that gets lost. Okay? If you bring a talented quarterback into a bad situation, bad organization, bad coaches, or whatever, you can keep replacing the quarterback. It ain't gonna matter. And listen, Tua was the same quarterback when Brian Flores was the coach.
You actually won more, but I'm just saying.
But you want that Tua or you want this Tua?
That's the question, Marcos. That's the question for you. Do you want that Tua or this Tua?
You asked for what my viable replacements would be. I think Kevin Love would be an excellent option at quarterback if he's available. I was looking at the numbers.
See, you know what I love, Vlad?
Kirk Cousins.
I love no, Vlad.
Mobile.
Here's what I love. Here's what I love. I love when you have real talk and they realize
that the corner they're boxed in.
Then he say Kevin Love. Oh wait.
Kevin Love's a good option.
Wait. Let me say this because the football version of Kevin Love is Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I looked up Kirk Cousins' stats, by the way, if you want those.
At least Kevin Love gave us the defensive stop in 2016.
Right.
He gave the Cavaliers the defensive stop. He's got a title. He's got 4 rings. Kirk Cousins can't win them. Cousins can't win once the sun sets. Okay.
Can I say this also?
Once the sun sets,
it's amazing, Vlad, that Marco says Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
When nobody in the league wanted Kirk Cousins. They didn't want him to be the quarterback in Washington. The guy has been getting 3-year guaranteed contracts for his whole career.
Yeah, but he's pimped the system, baby. He's pimped him.
Right.
Oh, you mess with me, I'm gonna mess with you.
He's performing 4,500 yards. He had 4,000 yards 5 out of the last 6 seasons that he was healthy.
Okay.
Over 900 yards rushing in his career. 19 rushing touchdowns. I don't know, man. Kick the tires on some Kirk Cousins.
Listen, this team
or the draft.
Hold on. This team right now is not built on kicking tires.
Yeah.
We passed that. You see what I'm saying? So your solution to a quarterback that led the league in passing is kick the tires. No, we give me a definitive answer.
Yes.
Because here's what happens when you have to decide to pay somebody. What are my options? Give me some viable options on what is going to take this team and this franchise forward, or are we going to have to take a step back?
I think taking a step back would be paying a quarterback before you know if he's the guy yet. So what we should do is allow him to take that 5th year for us to figure it out. What if he gets injured week 2?
That's so your solution is just Tua, but don't pay him.
Right now, don't pay him while we wait for more.
So your solution is not another quarterback. It's
Tua. We draft the quarterback. Don't pay Tua. Put him in development mode.
And so, can I ask you a question?
Future is.
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
When he throw for 45 or 5,000 yards,
are
you gonna pay that extra $10 million it's gonna cost you?
I will. As Stephen Ross, I got money.
No, but it has nothing to do with that.
What if he does the other thing though?
It has to do. If you're
assuming he's going to do it.
I love how we talk. I love how we talk like you have money when it's other people's money.
Vlad, here's the deal.
I love spending other people's money.
If you got to pay your quarterback an extra $10 million because you waited it out, right? That means now you got to make a decision on who not to pay on the rest of your team.
You don't want to pull a Jerry Jones. That's what happened with Jerry Jones in the last contract with Dak. He kept on waiting, and then it bit him in the ass because he had to pay Dak a little bit more.
I mean, but who pays Dak Prescott? Jesus Christ.
What are your options?
Justin Fields, pretty good. Mobile.
Hold on.
Get him on the
if
cheap
you
skis.
See, I hear all this Justin Fields, and we're going to go to break. But you're going to have to pay Justin Fields. You know that, right?
Nah, get rid of him. That's why we draft. What's the guy? Penix. Michael Penix. That's the future.
You know how long you would be a GM with
Tua's brother. That's the future.
So you would draft Tua.
Younger Tua. We can keep Tua as a background.
Can we just go to break? Because right now I want to choke him.
When we come back, we got NBA All-Star Trivia. That's right. The games return right here on the Tobin and Leroy Show.
This hour of Tobin and Leroy is sponsored by Miami Lakes Auto Mall. Start the new year in a new ride with no payments for 90 days. Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.com. The Heat wrapped up the first half of their season last night. We'll recap. The Panthers conclude a back-to-back tonight. They're up in Buffalo for a 7 p.m. game with the Sabres. Listen to it here. If you missed it, Jimmy Johnson joined Joe Rose yesterday morning and had these thoughts on Tua.
I think you give Tua a contract and you say he's my franchise
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Leroy,
what's up?
We have a quick segment here. So before we send it back to break, I just wanted to know if you can give me a weather report. This weather report is brought to you by Demeswin and Dover Law Firm, your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7 at 866-954 more. What's it looking like?
It's partly cloudy.
All right.
I see some sun and some clouds. The clouds coming out of the man, look like they're moving out of the south right now. Southeast. Let me look. No. Take that back.
Oh, I hear the birds chirping.
I'm gonna go northeast. And the winds are light, maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour. And I'd say right now it's about 75, 80 degrees.
All right, a little bit warmer. I'm not gonna lie, these past couple of days, a little bit warmer than I would have.
But that's when look. We had the little cool air come through, and when the clouds came through, and that was the wind coming out.
It's coming back next weekend.
The
wind coming. It came out of the north. Then it started turning when it comes out of the east or the southeast. Then it gets a little bit warmer because of that warm water. And
what I'm seeing here is east southeast.
It is southeast. Okay.
Yeah, east southeast at 11 miles per hour.
So it's gonna get a little bit warmer. You might see some more rain. It's supposed to rain this Sunday. I won't be here, but y'all enjoy it.
Hopefully it doesn't affect your flight. It shouldn't, though. It looks like normal rain.
Nah, tomorrow. No. I'm not leaving Sunday.
Oh, that's right. They're hiking Sunday. I forgot.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, y'all go ahead on, player. This dude here. And then I said, hey, they have a movie theater in the Sphere. So I was like,
are you going to Vegas?
Yeah.
So
I said
to Vegas the week after.
Yeah.
Smart.
Very smart.
So I said, well,
though.
let's go. See a movie at the Sphere to say we went.
Yeah, that's cool.
He looked at me and said, "Nah, that's all right."
What?
I said, "But you gonna go walk in the mountains?
I go look at rocks."
Yeah. And then he's like, "I said, what you packing?" He said, "Oh, I got my camera, I got my tripod, I got." So he think this is like
no food, no water, no clothes, nothing.
No, you got clothes. Look, that dude,
millennials.
Hey, he gonna be dressing. I know that for a fact. But no, so we ain't got planned. We going to the restaurant. The only thing he said I want to do when we get there. What do you think the first thing he wanted to do?
Gamble?
Nope.
Strip club.
Nope.
Okay. I mean, it's not hiking, is it?
No. Okay, we get in at 9.
Get in at nighttime. I don't know if it's not a strip club, if it's not gambling.
It's not pool party season.
No, the pools are closed. I even looked into getting a little cabana on a Saturday or something.
Ride the roller coaster.
Nope.
In and out.
No, yeah, I was gonna say
there you go.
In and out.
There you go. There you go.
Shout out to Dade South.
He said, can we hit up? Can we hit up In and Out on the way in?
You gotta hit up.
Yeah, I told him we'd stop. We'd stop.
Animal style.
Yeah, well, double.
Really?
Yeah.
Double. I've never had an In and Out burger because when we go to Texas.
Do you like cheese?
Whataburger.
Do I like cheese?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying cheeseburger. Then get the double cheeseburger. Okay, get the double cheeseburger with animal fries. Are you a milkshake person?
No.
Nah.
Okay, then
I'm not a milk guy.
Just get yourself a soda then. But yeah, double animal fries.
Yeah, they got some stuff on the secret menu though.
Oh, it's French fries, but they put like special like I don't want to say a sauce, but it's
like a condiment of some sort.
Let me ask you a question. Here's what I hate.
Pink sauce.
I hate going to these restaurants and they pour all this crap over your fries and they soggy.
No, it's not soggy, but they put the stuff. It's like sauce, onions. It's like a concoction that they put on the fries, and it's good. Like you don't even have to put ketchup or anything on
animal
the fries.
style.
Animal style. They got a whole. It's not even listed. It's a secret.
It's not even listed. It's a secret menu. There's a lot of secret menus in and out.
Well, let me know what's up. Come on, man. I'm going. Listen, we end up. I even got. How about this? I even got seats on the plane where the drinking is free.
Oh, okay.
Up,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Leroy.
I'm like, we going, look, he just graduated from college. His birthday is today.
Oh,
right?
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Right? So, and he ain't never been to Vegas. So
it's a good thing he was born the 15th, Leroy. That would have been bad if he was born on the 14th. Could you imagine? You got to celebrate.
No. He's got a rough week either way.
You got a Valentine's Day.
Dude, my daughter's birthday's on the 13th.
Oh.
My dad's birthday's on the 11th.
Oh.
And I'm going to Vegas on Saturday. Hey,
Jesus,
this is a
the 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Yes, for the rest of my life.
Leroy Love. That's his name. Leroy Love.
That's it.
You need a couple dollars, Leroy? I got you with a couple dollars.
Dude.
Literally a couple dollars, though.
I'm gonna have to start doing a GoFundMe.
When we come back in hour 2, the Miami Dolphins have made a move to their coaching staff.
Ooh.
We'll see how that affects things. And we got your latest headlines right here on 560 WQAM.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Seems to go to hell. Tonga Valoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Welcome on back to the
Marco.
Tobin and Leroy show.
Back up,
Wait, you didn't,
dude.
I know, yeah, back up, man.
Something that I'm doing wrong here.
I mean, they say the camera adds 10 pounds.
Yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault. I apologize. I even had like my knobs down so I couldn't even hear anything, and I just seen that Vlad bobbing his head. I'm like, all right, I must be doing something wrong. Welcome back.
I need the hour Tua. Like, I need that.
Hour two of the program, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Yeah. See, it was my fault. I've been slacking. -1 for me. But welcome back to the Tobin Leroy show. Like I mentioned, Tobin is out. It is Leroy and Vlad the Inhaler holding things down. Let's get to some headlines. These headlines are brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
We talked about it in the first hour. Your Miami Heat pulled off their second back-to-back impressive victory. They defeat the Sixers 109-104. Bam Adebayo leads the way with 23 points, 14 rebounds. And Duncan Robinson 11 for 15 from 3 in the past 2 games.
Yep.
So pretty solid. Haywood Highsmith.
We had a lot of fouling early though, so it got a little scared. It got a little touchy because everybody was fouling a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially towards the end, there was a couple of possessions there that we had. There was like some turnovers.
There's nothing that bothers me. Nothing bothers me in the NBA when you see a 60. Like it was what was the score at halftime? It was like 66, 65, something like that. It was in the 60s. Like yeah. And then the game ended 109, 103. Like it's like, come on, what happened here?
Yeah, for sure.
What happened during this halftime? You guys can't score anymore?
Defense, dude. Defense. They start to get lock them up.
The whole thing with Philly is if you slow down Maxey, and then for some reason Buddy Hield didn't shoot the ball. Because he was making everything. And got in the third quarter, he didn't shoot.
You know why? Does he do that? Okay. I was going to say it was the halftime adjustments made by Spo. Something that,
It's different in basketball, though.
No, apparently Vlad says he does this.
No. Buddy Hield does this. He'll show up and then you can't find him anymore.
Well, that game sends the Miami Heat into the All-Star break. Gentlemen.
Tough time, right? Tough time for the All-Star break to come right now when they're playing so well.
6-2 in the last 8 ever since
think
we
about
had
it this
that
way,
big meeting.
Think about it this way. They're playing well.
Yeah.
But you're missing 3 of your key players, and now you got health. I mean, now you got time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, how frustrated will we be if they come back and those 3 are playing and they look like crap?
Oh, then
that'd be upsetting.
Then you're gonna hear the Jim. We gotta let Jimmy go.
Look, I proposed earlier in the season having Jimmy Butler come off the bench.
You wilding with you wilding.
Dude, why? You think that's disrespectful?
Listen. I'm not. You know who my team is in football, but even you taking shots at Tua, I'm looking at you like,
what you mean?
Fam, you're a little. You wilding a little.
Now you gonna take shots at Jimmy?
This is
now you want to bench Jimmy?
I'm not.
What are you gonna say now? You want to trade Matthew? You want to trade Matthew Tkachuk? Huh? Huh?
No.
You want to cut Messi? That's what you want to do now? It's
I mean, he could play a little bit more. Jesus Christ, would it kill him to play a little bit more? But,
yo, look, if you just want to take away all the great players down here and just just minimize them.
I'm glad you brought this up, Vlad, because this is misconstrued. People think I'm just out here trolling. Or just
yes, you are.
Being a villain.
Listen, you my boy, and I've listened. I love listening to this show, so I know what's going on in case I got to fill in. And your Tua takes, and I thought I've been fair to Tua. Your Tua takes are just a little bit off. Like, Purdy's better than Tua.
Look, I have the perfect scenario for you, and this goes to what Leroy has been talking about this entire time. Anytime I bring this up, I'm constantly hit with, "What's the other option? Then what's a better option?" So I have a scenario for you.
You make sure you give me a better option, not one that you hope works out.
But this is more than one option. I want like 2 or 3. Like, I need you to I want you to really you really thought about this. You had backup plan, you had contingency plans, the whole 9.
Here's what the deal is, though, Marcos. I'm not gonna let you sit up here and say that a 35-year-old coming back from Achilles injury might work out. So don't even come here with that.
Yeah,
look,
if his name
I won't. Matter of fact, no name that I mention will bother you because you'll understand that this is the right choice. Let's say I have a girl, right? I got a good girl. Let's say I got a good girl. She's real good. Not great, good. I look and I see, I don't know if there's any better options. I'm not marrying this girl. She's good, but I don't know if I see any better options.
Here, you're the kind of person to end up single for the rest of your life because for some reason, you don't know who you are.
Look, I'm the Miami Dolphins right now. You got to take this away from me. I am the Miami Dolphins.
And they got their best quarterback they had in 20 years.
Okay, which is great.
So put that in the perspective also.
Maybe it's my best relationship I've ever had. Maybe she's an 8 out of 10. Best relationship I've ever had, and maybe she's good.
But what if you a 5?
Well, Leroy, don't worry about me. I know what I am.
It matters.
It does matter. And Stephen Ross is not a 5. Stephen Ross is one of the best owners in the league. The organization has put together one of the best rosters.
I'm not gonna say he's a 5, but he is a billionaire.
He's a Billy. That's how much he is. We
you.
have one of the best rosters on the league. We have one of the hottest teams in the league. We have one of the best stadiums in the league. We're not the Commanders. You know, the Commanders are a 5.
Damn.
But
DC
can I put this in proper? Can I put this
shots in DC?
Can I put this in proper context? Right? You do realize this is the first time your team has gone back-to-back playoffs in 20 years.
I understand.
And you're saying to me that this isn't worth building on, that this isn't good enough. So a team that has gone back-to-back playoffs for the first time in 20 years, you saying that ain't good enough.
Again, here, let me finish. Look, I got this girl. It's the best relationship I've had my whole life. Matter of fact, she bought me a gift for Valentine's Day 2 years in a row. None of my other girls did that.
She got you a PS5?
You ain't get me no PS5. You know, if Tua got me a PS5, then we talk about something else. So look, she's better than all the other relationships that I've had, right?
Yep.
She's good. But I'm not gonna marry this girl. So what should I do? Just hold
String her along?
Do I string her along for 3 more years until one day I'm at the supermarket and I see a 10? And I see a 10 who
There's no way a 10 is at a supermarket.
But here's
I'm at Whole Foods.
Here's the other thing. You wait. I got you right now. Here's where your whole world comes to a crashing halt. You see a 10.
Yep.
What if she sees a 5?
You
can look and see all the 10s you want.
Yep.
But what if she don't see you that you ain't got no chance with that 10, and now you done lost the 8 because you chasing the 10, and now you got nobody, and you back into the same cycle.
That's possible. But what if
it's not cheaper to keep her because you're gonna have to pay that. You're gonna have to pay her $50 million.
It's
not cheaper to keep her.
At least $50 million. At least
it's actually cheaper to let her go and get another person because you got 5 years to string that person along. I'm just saying.
She can look at me and see a 5.
But what if the relationship is not as good? So
I mean, how would I know?
Wait, you saying it's the best girl you ever dated?
Yeah,
right?
as of now.
As of now.
Yep.
And you
no,
still
until I had a girl in the 80s though.
You still prospecting to find someone better. That's how you end up with no girl. And you end up in the same miserable cycle that has plagued these Dolphins fans for 20 years.
So then you want me to sit with this one then, just in case I end up with no girl. So I'm stuck with this girl.
What I want you to do is
that's selfish, Leroy.
I want you to go into the bathroom.
Let her find love.
I want you to go to the bathroom. I want you to look in the mirror and say, maybe.
Yeah.
Listen, I can have a good relationship with this 8. Okay?
Yep.
But if I'm looking for a 10, then that's a me problem. That ain't a her problem. She being an 8.
Yeah, she maxing out.
You're making an assumption. And this is what I've been saying all along with Tua. You making an assumption there's better out there. And that's why I keep asking
How will I ever know though? How will I ever know?
So
you want me to settle?
So you say, wait. So basically what you're saying is, let's start the process over because he ain't the guy.
I'm saying let me go to Whole Foods on a Saturday and see if I see a big booty quarterback.
You want to you want to Kyle Lowry?
You know, I need to see because look, I have an 8. She's maxing out at 8. She's doing great. She's doing wonderful. God bless her.
Marcos. No, dude. You're not understand. Wait. And yo 8 just won a swimsuit competition.
Where though? In South Carolina or in South Florida? You know, it's different.
Dude.
It's different.
All right, wait. Let's be real now. You're 8.
Yeah.
After the season's been over, it's kind of let herself go.
You seen him on stage with Darius Rucker?
I mean, he's looking like, I'm saying he's gained at least 10 to 15 pounds.
Listen, Ryan Clark did this last year.
You see, and Ryan got ripped for it, but Ryan saw it. You see, players know. Leroy saw it, but Leroy was like, that's my quarterback. But Leroy was like, yeah, he's a little thick. But now, buddy. Oh, buddy.
You saying my quarterback let himself go?
I'm just saying
he got a little comfortable in this relationship.
He's kind of looking like a muffin top.
Marcos.
All right.
Marcos.
I'm just saying.
Why? Wait, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
How many 10s you been with in your career?
Oh, only one, baby.
That's
only
one. Good answer.
And I love it. And I love it.
Marcos. Good answer.
I love you, baby. I want you to know that. You know, if you listen.
No, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of guys that think they deserve a 10.
Yeah.
But you ain't 10 material.
Look, it
that
would be
10
crazy
is looking
for me
at
to
you.
say I am that. Yeah.
But Leroy, you may not be 10 material, but it's not. It
It's not
doesn't matter that if you're not 10 material. It matters that you can make her believe that you're 10 material.
Okay.
That's what it is.
And the Dolphins are a 10. Marcos may not be a 10. I'll tell you what. Marcos can't be out here like, yo, I deserve this, I deserve that. But listen, let's say I had $1 billion in my pocket, a brand new stadium, and one of the best rosters in the league. I may be walking around here like I'm a 10.
So, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You're telling me the reason why the Dolphins didn't go further is because of Tua.
He is
no
to blame.
Because if you're gonna say that, we're having a different conversation. Because my whole conversations have been different. All of my conversations have been football related.
Yes.
Okay? They have been football related from about the middle of the season. So while we're looking at this at the end of the season, the things that I've been talking about have been from the middle of the season. Okay?
Yep.
Now, if you don't have an answer for that, then you can't tell me this is all on Tua.
It is not all on Tua.
He played his part. I'm not saying that.
There's 3 reasons: injury, McDaniel, and Tua. Those are the 3 reasons.
Right. So, how many of those can you fix?
Well, the streets need something.
The streets need a body. Look, I can't control.
We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this.
Yeah.
Okay. How many of those can you fix?
I cannot control the injuries. We know that.
You can't control injuries.
Okay.
Can't control injuries.
Sometimes it happens. Cool.
Okay, but
Whatever,
sometimes you could be healthy. So that's just a wild card. That's a wild card. You hope for the best.
We'll take that one out of there.
Okay.
Mike McDaniel, a head coach.
This is third year.
Third year, been wildly successful in his first 3 years. Still a rookie coach, still learning.
Right. Okay. There.
I can afford a little patience with that.
How long patience?
He got another year. That seat warm though.
Yeah.
The grill. Oh, is that?
That's
so
seat warm.
The Nike fits on the grill, right? The Nike okay, cool. As long as the Nike fits on the grill.
And I'm cool with that. Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If Mike McDaniel improves, does Tua improve?
Well, you would think so.
Right.
Yeah.
So while you saying let's replace Tua, I'm saying this whole picture works together. This whole thing of why it went wrong at the wrong times works together. And if I can fix any one of those, the other one will improve. So if I can get some adjustments at halftime, if I can get some adjustments,
Hold on, Leroy. Okay, so what if Mike McDaniel does improve, meaning that he runs the ball more and stay with the running game more?
Ooh.
Okay,
and wins more games and does
well,
that.
I'm just saying
we all gonna look at Tua.
Right. So, but what if the running game is good, but then those passes that you need to make, those 3rd and 4s, same thing, like that's why people were question Brock Purdy. What if in those situations, great call by McDaniel, Tua doesn't deliver?
That's a different conversation. We can't have that conversation right now.
But I don't want to have it after
you see what I'm saying?
Million.
You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, Vlad? And all I'm doing is having this conversation so that people understand that these things all work together. Like right now, we are not talking about Brock Purdy as a failure in the Super Bowl. We're talking about Mike Shanahan and the decisions and the play calling that he had, right?
But it also goes down to the fact that the question was, is Brock Purdy elite? Is Brock Purdy one of those quarterbacks?
You don't have here.
And,
let's stop. You do not have to be elite to win a Super Bowl.
Granted, you don't. But there is something about that quarterback. And I think this is where Marcos is talking about the guy that when you need to make a play, when everything all fails, can you make a play?
Can I ask you this? Who's that? Give me the list of those guys.
There's only 5.
Go. Let's hear them.
Well, we already know 15.
Mahomes, right? Go.
9 in Cincinnati.
9 in Cincinnati, no Super Bowls.
But he's been
go.
Been to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford.
Go.
Matthew Stafford.
Stafford, number 9.
Okay, got a Super Bowl.
Ooh,
go.
Okay.
Russell Wilson.
Hurts. I'm gonna even put Jalen Hurts. No, I'm not putting Russell Wilson. I'll put Jalen Hurts because you know what? He got to the Super Bowl. He was the best player in that Super Bowl. He was the best player in that Super Bowl.
Okay. And now this year they want to get rid of him. Okay.
Well, he might be banged up. Whatever.
I mean, it's Philly,
whatever. Okay,
but at least I've seen what you've done.
Go.
And the last person, I know everybody's gonna hate me for saying it because he hasn't won, but I still give me 17 in Buffalo. He can make plays when
over Lamar Jackson.
No, I mean I throw Lamar and I even throw Aaron Rodgers up there too.
I'm not.
Aaron Rodgers. You want to talk? Wait. You want to talk about failure at quarterback?
Leroy. He was injured.
Look at the results.
No. He's talking about NFC Championship games when he was.
Oh yeah.
Look at the results.
Got a ring though, baby.
But he still got a ring.
But again, that was 10 years ago. Longer.
You know what, Leroy? I know it's 10 years ago, but that's ring protection. That's what winning a ring does. It gives you protection.
So while we sitting here talking about who's elite and who's not, there's only 3 of those guys that have a damn championship. Okay? And one has 3. So my point is, while we sitting here focusing on the one position, right? Let's evaluate all the guys we put above them and give them the same criticism as we give Tua. Because guess what? Lamar can't win the big game if that's what you're using. Josh Allen can't win the big game if that's what you use it.
But damn, I can't even win a Monday night game.
Stop!
I can't. Every time I've been in the
Stop
spotlight.
changing the rules. Stop
Every
changing
time.
the rules. You said these guys can win big games. I gave you 2 of your examples that didn't.
No, you're saying they can't win the Super Bowl. I'm saying, can I at least win a Monday night game on primetime?
Oh, Tennessee Titans.
I'm talking every time they've been on primetime. Every single time they've been on primetime. What's the biggest win they had against the Cowboys?
That wasn't a primetime game. That was an afternoon game, man. We all know the Cowboys are fake. Yeah, that was the fraud bowl. It was the Super Fraud Bowl.
That's the marquee win. I can't even get a Sunday night. I can't even get nothing.
So
you can't even win against the Titans. And Will Levis and his Mayo.
Vlad. He moved the ball.
Mayo. I moved it lower. I moved it lower, though.
No, Vlad.
I moved it even lower, and he still can't reach. I said, you only this tall to get on the ride. And I marked it down a couple inches. He's still not tall enough.
Can we go to break?
Go home?
Oh, no.
Yes.
Now let's not go to break yet.
We have to go to break. But
no, we're going to break. We have to.
We have to talk about one thing. Leroy, want to hit him with some Kozar coffee?
That's it. You guys know how much I care about Bernie. Dude been my friend for over 30 years. And here's the thing. He's been through some struggles. He had over 40 surgeries, over 100 concussions. And he realized that all the crap he was putting in his body wasn't helping. So he started creating wellness products. And he created Kozar Coffee, which has vitamin D and resveratrol, which is nature's miracle antioxidant. And this combination of ingredients is exclusive to only Kozar Coffee. Now, all you need to do is do this. Go to KosarCoffee.com. You can not only get your coffee, but you can get some merch. And just use code Leroy and you get a discount. All right? We all know how positive Bernie is. Every time I talk to him, no matter what's going on in his life, he remains positive about his outlook on life. And he believes this: you deserve to be healthy because you matter.
This hour of Tobin and Leroy is sponsored by Miami Lakes
Welcome on in. Welcome back. It is the Tobin and Leroy show. Our boy Tobin is out for the day. He will be back tomorrow. He is taking one day for, some personal business. Mind your business, you chumps. Leroy.
What's up?
Tell me how, as soon as I get to my living room, so you going to Whole Foods to look for big booties, huh? It was an analogy, baby. I don't think you understand. I was looking for big booty quarterbacks. I don't think you get it.
-1.
Yeah. So,
dude, let me tell you something.
That didn't work out.
You don't. Hey, not when she in the same room.
I just figured maybe the walls were thick enough.
No,
I guess not.
No, let me tell you something.
Let
me explain something how women work.
Hey, yo.
Yep.
I could yell my wife's name at the top of my lungs.
Yep.
And she won't be able to hear me. But I could whisper her name like this. No, I don't know if Mel, she go, what's that you saying there? So, why it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Like, you got bionic hearing.
Yeah, because they don't want to hear anything low. When they hear you talking in a low voice, they think you're sneaking. So therefore their ears become sonar and boop, boop, boop. What'd you say? That's it.
Yeah.
And then now you got to come up. You got to come up with something. Nothing, honey. It better not be. And then there it is. Bong.
Well, look, we've been murdering the clock all day. No reason to stop now. Let's get some NBA All-Star trivia. Let's go. Yeah. Miami Heat yesterday completed their final game until next week as the All-Star break has commenced. Bam Adebayo will be representing the Miami Heat. Still hasn't been released whether or not he'll be the starter because of Joel Embiid's injury, but nonetheless, he will be the starter. That's what I'm thinking. They need as much help as they can against
Isn't it
that
crazy?
West lineup.
Think about this. This is how good Bam got to be. With all of the length in the NBA nowadays, a 6'9" center is the starter.
Yeah.
Say that to yourself, right?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It really is impressive.
Yeah.
We also have Jaime Jaquez Jr. participating in the dunk contest. So that's going to be entertaining.
I heard dude got mad hops.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got mad hops. Do you have creativity with those hops?
My thing is, it's
this guy here. It's always look at Vlad, the black judge. I know he can jump. But do he have creativity?
Absolutely. What am I gonna do?
Hey,
why? I'm gonna give it. Why am I gonna give him a 10 because he can dunk? He's a tangible.
Would you say that the best dunk contest was with Levine and Gordon?
Absolutely, and that was creative, right? Did somebody bring out a mascot and had him doing a 360?
Wait, no, he took it off the mascot
right
and went between the legs.
But he also had the mascot doing going around,
spinning on a hoverboard. Yeah, it was crazy.
That
really
creativity.
It was the most competitive, but there has been some I think performances that have been individually better, but they just didn't have the competition. Like I think Vince Carter's performance in 2000 was amazing, bro.
You know who got screwed? You know why that was great? Remember when what's the old boy, the center?
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard, when he put his picture up on the thing.
That was crazy, bro.
Nobody could see it.
Yep.
And then after the fact, they say, wait a minute, did y'all see?
Nasty.
After the fact, they go, did y'all see what he did?
Yeah. You see the sticker later.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Nate Robinson had one when he came in as a kryptonite.
Yeah, he had like 7,640 opportunities to
but
do
here's
it.
the problem. Here's the problem. When the little guys dunk, they always get a bump up. Right?
Yeah.
Because if you 5'9" and you can dunk and do tricks, you got serious
odds. You think Mac McClung is going to be able to go back to back as a G League turned NBA professional dunker?
I don't want to sound racist, but sick of the intangibles, man. Winning.
Okay. But he was clearly the better option last year.
He was a clearly better option. So that's why I'm rooting for Jaime and I'm rooting for Obi Toppin's brother. Pause.
Oh yeah,
that's a bad last name, by the way. That's not a good name. Who's the other guy? It's McClung. It's
Jaylen Brown, bro.
Oh, Jaylen. All right. So now Jaylen Brown is funny, and this is why
he can't dribble the highest paid.
You're talking that he can't go left.
Highest paid player in the NBA on the dunk.
He's the highest paid, yeah. But I will say this though, if he loses, at least he's going to Bernice, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. For now though, he can find a way to fumble that.
I think if I had to make a bet, I'm gonna go with McClung. That dude got ridiculous.
I'm going with Jaime. I'm going with Jaime.
Well, I ain't really seen Jaime do nothing. But McClung, didn't he win last year?
Yeah, he won last year.
Yeah.
You can't let an NBA G guy come in and win the dunk contest, NBA player.
Well, remember when old boy for the 3-point contest played for Chicago and won, and the next year he won on no team, and they just gave him an NBA jersey?
But at least he was on the team the year before.
That's crazy.
This guy's not on the team right now.
He ain't on a team right now.
But played on where? What team he played for?
He played a few games last year in the NBA.
For who?
Did the Warriors sign him?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, we
got been riding the NBA G League's bench for a minute.
We got Miami Heat representation, so we already know anytime the Miami Heat enter a contest, they're favored to win. You know how many 3-point contests, dunk contests, skills competitions. I'm gonna take Jaime Jaquez in a blowout. No one's gonna.
The Heat didn't even win the dunk contest with Baby Jordan.
That was, I mean.
Well, first of all, you're not supposed to be called Baby Jordan. I don't care how good Harold Miner was at USC.
Crazy.
Baby Jordan just got done dating Grandma Pippen.
Luckily,
look, did not call that one.
I'll tell you what, though. Luckily for
that
us,
one.
They were spotted together yesterday, guys. So,
where?
Yeah, at a flower shop together.
You know what that sounds like? Are you sure? Are you BSing right now?
No, that was on TMZ. I even put it in the rundown. I was like, "Have no fear, guys."
This is, you know what this is reality TV script. They needed something. It was getting a little boring, so they needed something. So
she's on Real Housewives, so that makes sense.
Huh?
She's on Real Housewives,
right? So what I'm saying is, this is probably all script. They needed something for the season because they were getting boring. You know, if Mike. The story is, if Mike didn't like it, you can always say, well, his father didn't like it, you know, because that's Michael Jordan. If Scotty was acting crazy, you got storyline. But if nobody cares about it, you become bland. You become boring. So you need to do something. Say that they in Splitsville. Now everybody's talking about it.
Let's go ahead and get 3 quick questions. Familiarize ourselves as it is NBA All-Star Weekend. Let's go ahead and get some trivia. It is Vlad versus Leroy. Question number 1. The youngest NBA All-Star was a 19-year-old Kobe Bryant. The oldest NBA All-Star was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. How old was Kareem? Was he
41?
41? Was he 42? Or was he 40?
42.
41, 42, or 40. The correct answer
42.
is... I'm sorry, 42. The correct answer is 41 years old. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 1989.
Come on, man. This is my area of expertise. Trivia in all sports. I ain't need no multiple choice for that.
All right. The NBA All-Star Game has only been relocated once. The game was actually moved to New Orleans. What was the city it was moved from?
Charlotte, because they had some old BS rules that they were passing, so they moved it from Charlotte.
Vlad, do you want to give a guess?
Is it Charlotte? It went to New Orleans, you said, right?
Yeah.
It did go to New Orleans, yeah.
They had a law that they passed, so they moved it from Charlotte.
I mean, I think Leroy is right, but I'm going to go with a different city just for the sake of going with a different city.
Gotcha.
Miami.
The correct answer is Miami. No, okay. It was
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Yeah, it was 2017. It was Charlotte. The law was later.
Miami. You know that Miami will never get an All-Star game, right?
Why? I don't understand that.
You don't know why?
No, I don't.
The boat show.
That's
Oh,
right.
no.
And they're not moving the boat show.
They're not moving the boat show. They don't want that ilk around there.
All right.
They don't want, they don't want that type of audience and all the craziness that goes on.
But they had
don't want
Ultra
that
and
down
they have what's the black one they had down there?
Rolling Loud, but that one's in Miami Gardens.
No, not Rolling Loud.
Oh,
the other one they used to have on South Beach.
How can I be down?
No, I forget the name of it.
Freak Nick.
No, that's it. That's Atlanta.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
All right. Last question.
Last question. The most attended NBA All-Star game was held in 2010 before a whopping how many spectators?
No. Tell me where it was.
I can't.
He can't.
Yeah, because that would have given away.
I'm gonna tell you. I know where it is.
I'm gonna tell you it was in Dallas.
It was in Dallas.
I'm gonna say 80,000.
I'm gonna say 63,000.
The correct answer is 108,000.
Where? Dallas?
Dallas Cowboys Stadium in 2010.
I didn't think here, and to be honest with you, I wasn't going full capacity because every time I've seen a basketball game in those big old arenas, the people up top, the players look like ants.
I know that sucks, bro. You feel so far away from the court. But anyway, you don't have to worry because
I'm the best at this.
Leroy, you're pretty decent.
I ain't need no multiple choice. Pick another sport.
Look, you got lucky. Vlad was kind enough to.
I was actually
spare
being
you
kind.
this time. You know, he spared you.
No, he beat me to the answer.
I didn't even need multiple choice.
I'm not gonna copy the same answer as him.
He's smart. When we come back, we got some cat talk. The Panthers win yet another one.
We have another segment.
Yeah, well, technically, I'm just gonna call you and tell you to combine breaks, but we have much more show to go right here on 560 WQAM.
We can't find Frog Boy.
I mean, after those last comments with trying to find a big booty quarterback.
Yeah, I think Mrs. Frog Boy is
his apartment need a body.
You might need to find a new lily pad. I don't know. Oh man. All right. Well, we'll take you last couple of minutes of this hour two here.
So here's the deal. The Panthers are rolling. I said this a couple of weeks ago that South Florida, if y'all stop complaining and sit back and realize what's happening in South Florida, you have 4 of your sports organizations that have followed in the footsteps of the Miami Heat and started doing things the right way. From what Stephen Ross is doing, from what the Panthers are doing, to now even what the Pinks are doing, right? They're trying to put a product together, a championship product, and are spending money to do that. So you very rarely have all of your sports organizations doing that in the same manner, right?
No,
now, I don't know. The one thing about the Marlins is it's hard to, like, I don't want to necessarily get on them because they don't have the resources that everybody else has.
But they competed.
Yes.
And they competed a lot. They competed towards the end of the year, and they had a chance of making the postseason as well. So
South
you
Florida basically
can't be upset. They can't be upset with the organization and the ways they're going into putting a winning product on the court, on the field, on the ice.
Right.
So it's become a major city. South Florida is a major sports town with stars, with players, with coaches that are appealing. That people want to play for.
People want to hear.
People want to hear.
Associate with. It's cool because no matter what your favorite sport is, you have a town that has a competitive product.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And
I know the Canes or the football team haven't been playing well, but the basketball team's gone to the Elite 8 and the Final Four the last 2 years.
And let's not forget FAU.
FAU went to the Final Four last year. Nova Southeastern won a Division II title. So it's been a good 12 to 18 months sports-wise down here.
My thing is this, is that at what point are we going to sit back and enjoy the you're not going
to enjoy it until you win a championship. That's the thing.
I understand that, but sometimes winning the championship is so much enjoyable when you've enjoyed the ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think like it can't all be like FAU came out of nowhere, right? The Canes have been building something. They lost a lot of players and now they're struggling. Right. But those are the ebbs and flows of college basketball.
Right.
Especially down in Miami, because you don't have access to
the
players that Kentucky,
to the blue chip
North Carolina. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So you just have to, you kind of have to understand what you're getting into. But as far as hockey, as far as what the baseball team is done now, I don't know what they're going to do this year because King Ang ain't there. And she looked like she had everything going in the right direction. But I don't know if they're going to continue that. I don't know. How many people start talking about the Pinks? Right? People start talking about the Pinks and Messi. Now you got what, Suarez?
You got Suarez. We're getting all his guys.
Right.
We're doing the Aaron Rodgers. We're doing the Aaron Rodgers for Messi.
That's exciting, right? You got the Dolphins. You can complain about Tua or whatever. But look at what they've put together and look at how they're progressing, right? And then the Heat, you can owe it. Like, no matter what
they're the standard.
You get the standard, right? Right.
They're the standard.
And no matter how much you want to complain about third quarter, and no matter how much you want to complain about, you know what? Are they not the most dependable organization down here?
Not only down here, maybe top 5 in all of sports.
As far as well-run organizations, yes.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Here's what I say about the Heat. They ain't had a run like the Spurs were up there too, but they ain't had no runs like the Spurs had the last couple of years.
No, there's never been even the down part. Oh, look at him. You calling your
baby.
Uber driver?
Baby, no, it's not. I said big booty quarterbacks. Oh, we back. Okay, hold on. I didn't know it was back on.
You might have been calling. You were calling your boy. You calling Uber to come get you out of your lily pad.
Yeah.
I need a little bit.
I played Frog. He was playing Frogger across 441. Because you know that's hey, Vlad.
That is Frogger.
Wait, Vlad. I mean, say, hey, Marcos, how bad is that traffic on 441?
Oh, it's the worst.
Bro. It's the worst.
It's the absolute worst.
Every weekend, thank God I'm at work. If not, there's a headlining act that is blocking the entire front part of my home.
Yeah. And then like I had to go to Delaware. Last week. And so usually I try to go the other way. So I'll go down Griffin and come down that way. But I say, you know what? Because it gets a little cluttered by the turnpike and Griffin and Orange and all those areas. So I said, I don't want to deal with that. So I probably should have just went up to Sterling. But I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go down 595 and go up. And I'm like, what is going on?
Look, this guy Tobin drives from Palm Beach every morning to the station when he comes, right? But the traffic for him doesn't begin until Griffin Road.
Right.
I live on Griffin Road. So therefore, the traffic begins. My trip begins at traffic. I go through Golden Glades, and then now they got traffic by they got construction by the Citadel. So my entire trip is traffic. It's the worst.
On North Miami? Like what?
Yep. North Miami.
Building that road for like a year. Be done.
Well, when we come back, gentlemen.
Yes.
We're gonna reset. This is halftime. All right. We're gonna make adjustments.
Gotta make adjustments.
Watch the Usher performance. And we're gonna make the proper adjustments like Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. And we're gonna just talking about the hottest team in South Florida, one of the hottest teams in all of sports, the Florida Panthers, who beat the Pittsburgh Penguins last night 5-2 in Pittsburgh, a game that Vlad produced. So when we come back, Cat Hour, we're going to have Cat Talk on 560 WQAM.
#1 sports at
Welcome on in. It is time now for Cat Talk. Cat Talk, brought to you by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Your Florida Panthers. They streaking, baby. The Florida Panthers defeated the Pittsburgh Penguins yesterday 5-2, advancing to 34-15-4 in the season. 4 goals in the second period helped put it away for the Cats. Panthers have now won 7 out of 8. And Matthew Tkachuk yesterday had a goal and 2 assists. I believe he has 37 points, which is breaking down to 13 goals and 24 assists in 21 games since December. I'd like to think he's healed
finally
up.
Healthy.
Yeah. And, he's back where we expected Matthew Tkachuk to be. So
yeah.
That's been good, man. That's been good.
But keep in mind, here's the thing that I hate about sports. If somebody else is scoring at a unbelievable clip, like Reinhart,
yeah,
and Tkachuk isn't, you still scoring points, you still getting goals. It's just not the guy that you expected to do it, but they still putting up numbers.
Well, Leroy, look what we were saying earlier today about the Heat. They're winning, they're putting up numbers, but they're putting up the numbers without 22. It's always about the SAR. You said it yourself. You said it in the NFL. If the backup quarterback comes in and they start playing well, they're putting up points. Okay, why is that? When you're the face, when you're the star, when all that the accolades come to you, when the team's not playing well, performing well, then all the criticism comes to you.
My thing is, I think one of the reasons why I'm so supportive of Tua is because I've seen so many players across a lot of sports that go what he's going through the first 2 years and their career be over. And the mental fortitude and toughness to be able to still be positive and still maintain who you are through that situation, right? Being on a team where you're rehabbing. See, a lot of people don't know. When they drafted Tua, we all thought he wasn't going to play the first year. Fair?
Yeah, that hip injury.
Okay. Well, I mean, his hip was like, kind of
right. But that's what I'm saying. And he got thrust in the playing. So the fact that mentally he could get through all that, right? Because we know a bunch of quarterbacks or a bunch of players that lost their damn mind anytime things weren't perfect for them. And so I look at that part of Tua and say, I don't think people realize how tough you need to be to get through a situation where the coach don't want you there. Right? That's tough. That's mentally tough. Right? A lot of guys, a lot of athletes, a lot of people don't have that level of toughness.
Yeah, it's true. Someone who knows a lot about not being wanted and overcoming it. Brock Purdy. I mean, and look at the guy. He is just I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
I love how we were talking about the Cats, and then somehow you got Brock Purdy in here.
Well, I know you were talking about too. It all started when we said,
right, yeah,
but Chuck finally started putting up numbers, and I'm like,
and also the man lost his spleen. Like he literally lost his spleen last year in the playoffs.
His sternum was broken, dude.
His sternum, come on, crazy. Man. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. Not an athlete. Clearly, we've seen that. But if you get your sternum messed up, it ain't you're not gonna recover that quick. Especially if you're one of the two teams playing till the end.
Wait, remember he tried to play with it?
Yeah.
He tried to play with it.
And he's a crazy man. He tried to play with it. But clearly the doctors prevailed and talked him out of it. But he wasn't going to be healthy for at least another good 3-4 months because,
right.
I mean, an injury like that, Leroy, like I said, you've played an injury like that.
Here,
you're not going to recover within a month or two or anything like that. Come on.
Any injury around your core, right? And that's your sternum, your ribs, when they get them sports hernias, all that. It's so hard because you can't do things like lift your arms, right? Without it being pain. You can't laugh without there being pain. You use your core for everything. And if you notice in sports, there's been, in the last few years, there's been more of a concentration on strengthening your core and not necessarily having a big chest or arms or whatever. Strengthen your core, everything else will operate.
I heard you guys talk about it last segment. You mentioned that South Florida has really created this, I don't know, this movement of some sort where they're being a respectable sports.
No, it's not even respect. Right? They're top 5 sports cities in the United States right now. If you're going by the teams, the success, the organization, the stars, the coaching, the coaches are stars themselves.
Yeah.
And I was gonna bring. I'm happy you brought that up because look at the Panthers. Like if we look at the Panthers over the last 3 to 4 seasons, since COVID, when they got in, they won the President's Cup.
Yep.
Lost to the Lightning because the Lightning had mind control over them. But if you look at what they did last season and what they've done this year, because after a good season like that, Leroy, you could just be we'll get there when we get there. Similar to what the Chiefs were doing. Like they were waiting for the postseason. The regular season was a bore. Paul Maurice does not have this team playing like the regular season.
He don't play like that. He don't play
like that. Paul Maurice got this team on like that team looked like they've been like this is game 80, like this is the postseason. They've been playing very well. And this is what their 3rd winning streak, and you can't beat them on the road. It's hard to beat them at home. They got the 2nd best record in the Eastern Conference behind the Bruins, and we all know they got mind control over the Bruins. Florida Panthers looking like the best team in South Florida.
Vlad got a new phrase for it.
Mind control.
We said, as Joel Embiid would say, we live rent free in their head.
Yeah,
that living rent free nothing. They got mind control. That's Star Wars. When somebody got mind control, they can basically make
Jedi mind tricks.
Jedi mind tricks. They make you think that you're winning, but they don't.
Look, last year's Panthers season mirrored the Heat season in that they were the 8th seed and made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. What I'm wondering is just looking at the blueprint, if you will, of this being the best sports team in South Florida, right? And where they are in their journey. They had the best team in hockey, right? But it was kind of like flashy, great offense, this and that. Then they had one of the worst experiences by barely making the playoffs, but they scratched and clawed all the way to the Stanley Cup Final. Now in this 3rd year, I feel like they're in a matured version of they won't get as up as they did, they won't get as down as they did, and they can progress through all these moments. I feel like the Miami Dolphins are at that President's Cup season where the President's Cup season, they won all these games. The Miami Dolphins have this high-powered offense, won all these games, but when it come down to it, first round elimination on both ends.
Here's the problem, Vlad, and here's why when they went there, they switched coaches. Because there's a different way you play hockey during the regular season than you do in the playoffs. And what was happening is all these other teams went into the playoffs playing a different style of defense, and they shut them down. And not only that, they were making commitments, the other teams, commitment to the puck, to blocking shots, and nobody on the Panthers were doing that. Paul Maurice came in, and it looked a little clunky early. But once they got to the playoffs, you start realizing what he was trying to do to make this this hockey club a contender, and that is how you play hockey defensively in the postseason. And so that's why they went on that run there. Now, with the Dolphins, right, there's different stages of it, right? There's a progression, and the thing that makes it harder in football is that you can't keep all your players, right? You can't keep all your players for that run, for that 4 or 5 year run, because nobody's the contracts are all staggered. And so I see why people want it to happen now. But year to year to year, you've seen them get better in certain areas, right? Yep. One was Tua's health. The other one was defensively. They were much better last year, even with all the injuries, than they were in previous years, right? Now it's about having a coach who understands what it takes to win in the postseason. And I'm not saying that Mike McDaniel doesn't. I'm just saying that has to be in the back of his mind and the coaching staff's mind is, here's how we need to play to win a championship, and start working on that sooner. And then they'll get to where they can contend.
Look, you brought it up. The Panthers obviously had a high-powered offense. They made a change at the coaching position. But they also made a change in their star guy. They brought in Tkachuk, who changed the identity of the team. So based off what you're saying, we should get rid of McDaniel and Tua.
No, here's the difference.
Replace them both.
Yeah, wait. Here's the difference in hockey and football, right?
Yeah.
Hockey, you can bring in a guy like Fangio, right?
Tough.
And fix the defense.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's different guys playing on the other side of the ball. In hockey, you got to teach the same guys to have that defensive prowess. So you make a couple of changes, you get the high scoring guys, and you bring in some tough guys with Tkachuk, right? And so you change the mentality of your team. Offensively, they're good. Defensively, they are a lot better than they were, even with all the injuries, right? And all we need is for them to make those adjustments. And I think Mike McDaniel could do it. So you don't need to do like you do in hockey, because you're teaching different guys, right? It's different sides of the ball. Tua don't play linebacker. Tua don't play DB, right? So you don't have to teach an offensive guy. You don't even have to teach Tyreek how to be tougher on defense. That's what they had to do in hockey. You had to teach the same. You had to teach the same guys, right, who are all about scoring and scoring a bunch of goals, how to be tougher in those playoff moments.
All right, when we come back, I got some topics. You guys will determine whether or not they give you Goosies or no Goosies right here on 560 WQAM. Welcome on into Tobin and Leroy show, and welcome. Hello, Jennifer.
Hola, Jennifer.
Hey guys.
Oh, shark shirt.
It says just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Oh,
you
it's
go.
a 104.3, the shark shirt. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. Never happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
It's a metaphor for life, Leroy.
I know.
Just keep swimming.
I just see a shark fin sticking out of water, and I don't care what the circumstances are. Never happened.
No, bro. The brothers ain't doing that.
I say that all the time. They laugh at me.
I don't know why they laugh. It's true.
Hey,
You speaking
somebody
facts.
send me video of a black person getting bit by a shark.
I will send you that video of the kayaking lady again.
I don't know, Leroy. Your son is
No,
going
that's
hiking.
fake.
It's not fake.
Yes,
He's going against mountain lions. He's not going against sharks.
Yeah, your son is going hiking.
Yeah, I told
Your
him
son knows how to live, okay?
The only good thing I saw in the desert was I saw a real road runner, and I got excited.
Exactly. So imagine what you can see in Vegas.
That's where I saw it. I was golfing.
Exactly.
In Vegas.
Imagine what more you can see there.
That's too many animals. Not gonna lie to you.
That's
A
good.
lot of critters.
Yeah,
Beautiful rocks though.
Hey, I'm telling you what, because they don't have a lot of trees, but they have like desert, and in fact, they give you a rock club.
Oh,
so you
nice.
can carry. A lot of times you play with your friends, they let you bring like an extra club so you could bang up their club and not mess up your good clubs, right? Because you're hitting them out of the rocks.
Yeah.
So one time I go into the rocks in the bush.
Gotta be a snake.
I say, I take a drop. They go, your ball's right there. I say, I don't care.
I'm good.
I'm good. He said, you're not gonna get that ball? I said, you go ahead over there. Like, no,
You go take a peek.
Yeah, but white folks, they too interested in stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, say,
They're too
ooh,
curious.
ooh, Billy, that noise. Let's go see what it is. I said, y'all go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm out of there. Like, I don't need to identify the noise. Why are y'all so curious?
Leroy, I got a gift for you. I got something nice for you here in Goosies No Goosies. We're gonna start with here.
All right, go.
Ooh.
EA Sports confirms college football 25 is coming this summer.
Wait, I could play with using Leroy?
I'm not sure if necessarily if Leroy ain't getting a check.
Leroy, did you sign a check? You didn't Ed O'Bannon it, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't get they ain't. I'm sure from my error. Let me think of the players they to put in there. Elvis Gerback.
No,
who?
Not better.
Desmond Howard.
Oh,
Desmond, yes. Charles Woodson, yes.
But Charles Woodson was after me. I'm thinking about
no, they probably putting a best Michigan, like the best players from Michigan.
Right, but I'm just thinking of when I played who could be in it.
Oh, wow.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
They gotta have Harbaugh.
He was a first round pick, and I didn't even know he threw passes in college. We ran a wishbone.
That's good.
Let me see. Who else? That's skill positions. Dude, I can't even think of besides Desmond. Derek Alexander was a first round pick.
Okay.
Jared Bunch was a first round pick. I wasn't even a first round pick. Yeah, that's all I could think of.
Well, check that out, Leroy.
Now, if they do the Rose Bowl, then I might have to.
Oh, so you have Goosies?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Goosies galore.
I listen. You know what? I think it's cool that there's tools that you can acclimate people to former players, right? Any sport. We do it with football already. We do it with basketball. You can have your dream team or whatever, right? College football is just right around the corner. Like we used to have those fake, we know who you were. You didn't have no number, no names or nothing.
Yeah. No, just number 25 or something like that.
Right.
It was worse than basketball when they had 23. using balls and had no name, but it's just a bald-headed.
Yeah, because he didn't sign the paper.
Bald-headed melanin figure just running around, dunking on people, doing everything. Like,
But think about it.
That's what 23 usually does.
What are they gonna have to think about this? Think of what he was getting from Nike, right? What is EA Sports gonna have to pay Jordan to get him to use his name? Right? They wouldn't be able to make the damn game.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. It's been a long time since they had a college football game.
I love
and it's coming out this summer, baby. Coming this summer with a full reveal in May. Leroy, you said this gives you Goosies galore?
Goosies galore. Absolutely.
Vlad?
I am Goosies galore. If there was one sporting game that I love was the college football game, because of the fact that you can go back to yesteryear,
right?
To some of the greatest teams.
Now in basketball, didn't Jordan play with Worthy?
Yeah, but they never did. They had one good college game, which was Coach K, and after that, college basketball never really promoted or the makers never promoted a good college basketball game. But
you know what the most incredible thing that
locked down.
Believe it or not, you want to know what the most incredible thing that I witnessed in college, and our basketball team won a national championship, and that's, we had Glenn Rice and Ramil Robinson and Terry Mills and all them guys, right? Our swim team won a national championship like 3 years I was there. One of the most incredible, when I was a kid, you remember they used to have that show, That's Incredible?
Yeah.
And they did a whole show on a pitcher who had one arm.
Jim Abbott.
And he went to Michigan. And we used to hang out. And that was like, I was not, it's hard to get me to just be amazed at another athlete. And I'm like, I could not stop with him. It was amazing.
They had Tiger Woods there as a little 3-year-old. Go. They did. Like, I'm not lying.
You know who else was there? Who's his son went to Miami playing point guard. He was
Barry Larkin?
Barry Larkin was there.
Yeah.
JFig, does EA Sports having a college football game coming out this year?
I don't really play games, but that whole video you had up, that gave me Goosies.
Goosies, right?
Let's see, Leroy. Brian Monroe. I can use Brian Monroe as a punter.
Yeah. Hey, think about this. You got to go OB and not Hard Rock, though.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, you can use Channing. If you're a Gator fan, you can use Channing.
Yeah.
Doing what?
Getting arrested.
Peeing in his uniform? I don't know.
Yes.
What button is that? All right. Next one on the docket for today. You saw her commercial slightly steal the spotlight during the Super Bowl. Beyonce releases 2 new country songs. Does that give you Goosies or no Goosies, Leroy? Beyonce in the country.
Or is
no, it's her. Dolo.
I think it's just hers.
So
I would say this.
She's taking over.
I like when artists try new stuff, right? Now, I will say this. Everybody can't be Darius Rucker and go from pop to country.
Well, she said she's going back
Normally
to
it's
her
the
roots
other
in
way.
Texas.
Huh?
Yeah.
She's going back to her Texas roots.
Okay.
Ooh, can you see those
Texas
girls with Beyonce?
Okay. But even though she's going back to her roots from Texas, Texas ain't butter her bread, right? So
it's Beyonce though.
I know it's Beyonce, dude. Here,
she can do anything.
Here, I have a rule.
On the mic, it's gonna.
I have a rule. I have a rule, right? And this is from having family who's country. You either country or you're not. You can't just all of a sudden, after spending the majority of your life, then go all of a sudden say, I'm country, y'all.
Leroy, I would agree with you. But you could turn country if you have a hive. There's hives in the country.
No, I know. I'm not. Listen, I started
you
off
like
by
that one.
saying,
I know you like that one, JFig.
I don't have the Goosies.
I'm using you with Marcos.
I don't have the Goosies, but
for Vlad.
But I ain't mad at her for trying new stuff.
I'm not. What I mean, listen. How bad can it be? she's gonna have black people buying country albums. When's the last time you know a black person bought a country album? I'm waiting. Exactly.
Hey, no. My grandfather, he wore a hat. He wore a cowboy hat every day of his life.
He ain't buy it. He bought a record then. He bought the A-track.
Yeah,
he bought
the A-track.
But these people, it's gonna be.
I know you think she gonna bring people into it like that?
Well, why? Okay, let me tell you this: if she has a concert, right, our people are gonna come, and we'll probably know
she gonna throw a country song in there.
She's gonna do a country song.
Hey, Vlad, you playing with fire?
You might be playing with fire, or you might be merging.
Hey,
you could be merging. You could be merging.
Hey, okay, here's the thing. We gonna ask JFig. She go to more concerts than any of us. JFig,
what's up?
If you go see your favorite artist and all they play is new music, are you upset? Because the hits are what got you to that concert.
I'd be a little upset because I will always want them to throw it back to the past,
right?
Where my love started.
You're going for the OG music. That's what got you there.
I'm going for everything, the whole mixture of everything.
Right.
Because some of that music will be really good. Like, let's say,
baby girl, even though my and then she go.
Okay.
You
really think she's gonna go out there and throw out a whole banjo?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He said she's doing Cotton Eye Joe.
She gonna be dropping it like it's hot, and then all of a sudden she gonna break out in the country song.
You could twerk. You could twerk doing country.
No, you can't.
I don't think you're ready
yes,
for this challenge.
Definitely can.
Yeah.
You definitely can. You haven't been to Roundup, have you? All right.
Yep. She starts singing, and then all of a sudden, like, but here I will say this. Let me be fair. Country is so much closer to pop than it ever was.
Yeah.
That she might be able to get away with it and call some a country song.
It's been happening for the last decade.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
because Taylor Swift started off in country.
Didn't Nelly do a song with a country singer? Like, there's been a lot of.
Yeah, but it was a rap, dude.
Tortuga, I don't know how many times already. I've seen Nelly at Tortuga several times.
Look, I'm getting inside info here. Has anyone here heard the songs?
No,
I have not. This is the inside info I got. I agree with Leroy. This is from my fiance, who is now making sure that I don't say anything else stupid on the radio.
Ooh,
I agree with
Lord,
Leroy.
I won't let him.
I didn't think the songs were good, to be honest. Her country songs were so country, it seemed forced. Seemed like something better suited for a movie soundtrack. So she seems like she's trying to do this money grab. Is she trying to tap into that audience?
She's not. Listen,
She doesn't have to try to do anything.
It's not about a money grab. It's not about a money grab.
Our time's tough in the Carter household.
It's not about a money grab.
Let's start a GoFundMe for Beyonce.
Hey, Beyonce don't need a money grab. But what I'm saying is, I appreciate the fact that she's trying to, try some new stuff. However,
no Goosies it is.
Yeah, no Goosies.
You know what? It gives me Goosies.
Goosies?
Goosies for me.
You can't really do much wrong,
Goosies for me.
Vlad, something tells me anything she would have done. Goosies.
That's first of all. I'm not stupid
Vlad,
to go against the Hive. I'm not going to say anything against the Hive.
I'm not saying nothing against the Hive. Here,
Vlad,
JFig.
Nothing negative about
this
Beyonce.
music come out and it's garbage.
Ooh,
y'all get a -1. Garbage.
Ooh. Let me say this.
You look at me, Jennifer. Look at me.
It could be Basura. Leroy, it could be Basura. It's still gonna go #1.
I'll give you my honest opinion once I listen to them.
Okay.
Right.
It could be Fatra. It's still gonna be #1.
Oh, no, it ain't gonna be #1.
It's gonna be #1.
No,
look, it came out on Sunday.
Leroy.
Okay.
Oh, it's already out.
Number one. If it's on number one right now, you're wrong.
That's true.
So it's not
#1.
songs are already out.
Yep. It's going to be, give it a week. It's going to be #1.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
No, it's been Sunday.
It's been almost a week,
Dude,
okay?
It's been
Sunday.
Do you not know how these charts work?
I know how Billboard works. Okay. Give it a week.
It's a week, right? Isn't it?
No,
they do it every week
Sunday.
or no? No, I'm saying they do the next Sunday we'll find out.
So you saying it's gonna be #1?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm saying to you,
where is it right now?
Them country folks ain't buying that. Them country folks ain't
What
right.
you
Who said them country folks? Black people gonna buy it because it's per.
All right, final one, guys. Final one for Goosies or no Goosies. I got some good news, man. Love is in the air. Love is in the air, guys. And our favorite couple, they're back at it again. Larsa, Pippen, and Marcus Jordan are hanging out in public again. The first time, in fact, since we've revealed here on the Tobin and Leroy show that they had taken a break amid a rough patch. Does this give you Goosies or no Goosies that there could be a possible
the opposite
reunion?
of Goosies, okay? Please stop.
All right. It gives JFig the
it gives me
poopies.
0 Goosies. I could give a
Goosies.
rat's ass about a relationship that involves a Jordan and a Pippen.
Damn.
People who overshare, so.
Yikes. Vlad, what about you? Goosies, no Goosies?
Hell no, no damn Goosies, man. Sure,
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing.
Have
I don't trust nobody. No
Have a
couple.
heart? Do you have
I
this?
don't trust nobody in a relationship that brag about their sexual experiences.
That's,
I don't.
You know, that was a bit much to hear, but come on, these guys, you're America's sweetheart.
A bit much?
A bit much. 5 times a day.
No,
it was a bit much. But you know, I'm happy for them.
Wait,
I love love.
Not been good. They broke up.
Wait. Who was talking about that sexual thing?
Oh,
That was
the Jordan and Pippen line.
Larsa
Apparently,
Pippen said they
yeah, about 5 times a night, I think is what she said.
So
Which
I
is
went to Spotify.
incredible.
They have
stamina. Those Jordans, dude.
popular country playlist.
Did he take
Yes.
18 months off?
Mm.
Or 18 minutes off and then
Is
start
it
for another
there?
repeat?
Is Beyonce's song #1 on that playlist?
Okay. It is the first one there, but it's Spotify. We're not looking at Spotify though.
Spotify, Billboard, title. It's gonna be #1, folks.
Let's see. Billboards.
It's gonna be
Top
#1.
100.
country.
No,
gonna be
it has to
#1.
be.
Oh,
Just in
#1,
general.
#1.
It's going to be #1.
Gotta watch out. Kanye dropped
Jack
an album
Harlow.
too, guys.
Jack Harlow, Loving
Jack
on Me.
Harlow.
Yeah, Loving on Me. Yeah,
Loving. No. All right. Okay, Leroy.
that's Marcus's song.
No, that's a Leroy song. I'm telling you. Dude.
You're always playing it. You love that
For
song.
Leroy. It's literally
Vanilla
for
Baby.
My boy. That has Leroy saying he's Vanilla Baby. Whose song is it really? All right, when we come
I
back.
actually don't see her on this list.
Yeah.
Vlad!
No,
It's 1 week,
Vlad!
folks.
they have to
Ladies and
take the
gentlemen,
stats next week.
Taylor
They-
Swift.
But it ain't Sunday yet.
Vlad,
Give me a
Vlad.
week. Give me a week.
Taylor Swift released
I said give me a week.
music on Monday, and by Monday evening, it's #1 on the charts.
No, literally the second she releases it.
Yes.
That 1 minute into this release, it's already #1. So sorry.
Right.
You'll see. I'm just letting you guys
Okay,
know. You'll
okay.
see.
You know who's
Vlad.
number 2, Leroy? You know who's number 2?
Teddy Swims.
What? Damn, how does he know that?
Because
He's good.
hey,
Me and Leroy were like this.
like this. I listen to all music except country.
All right, when we come back,
And-
we got
and
more.
Black ain't gonna get me there.
Nah,
See what I'm
you-
saying? Because
Nah, you're
country,
diverse
a lot of,
with your
you know, the
listening.
things about country is a lot of country music reminds me of back home in New Orleans because it's very similar. The blues, country is very similar. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do listen to it, but I'm not like going knock the door down for some country.
When we come back, we got more on the Cats. We got more on the Dolphins.
And we gonna wait for that list. We gonna wait for that list, Beyonce. We wait for you, baby. We wait for you to hit that list.
Are you
We still love you.
Beyonce? All right.
No, I ain't trashing her. I'm waiting for
More-
that.
He's trashing her. Here comes a hive.
More when we come back right after this. Welcome on in. Welcome on in.
Hey.
It is. Yes.
That now we said Billboard.
Oh, Billboard. You moving the bar.
No, we
He
didn't.
moving the bar.
No, we didn't.
Hey, he moving the bar.
I literally said Billboard. No one listens to iTunes.
I said
Okay.
Billboard.
What
I sent
about
you
Apple
Billboard.
Music? What
He
about
did
Apple
say
Music?
Billboard.
I sent you Billboard, and you see those two songs. Her two country songs gonna be number 2, number 3.
I heard
Predicted next week.
Predicted. We're talking about now.
But
Dan, you heard
you're
him?
not
What you
going to get those rankings until next week. It
Wait,
came out this week.
Are we doing Mel Kiper first draft? First round drafts? You say they're gonna be next week predictions? What are you doing?
The song came out Sunday. You got to give it a
when they
week.
get there. You said it's gonna be number 1.
I said it's gonna be number 1. As
Okay.
of right now, it's number 3 and number 2.
No, it's not. That's projections.
It's gonna as of right now, it's projected to be number 2 and number 3.
Wait, Vlad, are they there?
As of right now, no.
Okay, all right. That's all I'm saying.
But I didn't say it was
All
gonna
of
be
a
there
sudden you
now.
Mel
I said
Kiper,
give it a week. It's gonna
Caleb
be number
Williams,
1.
projected overall number 1 pick. That's what you just did to me.
But that's because I can, because you got it out. The song came out Sunday.
Yep.
It's got to take. You got to give it a week. You got to.
Not everybody.
You have to give it a week.
Okay. Give it a week.
And I'm going to give it to her because this is not her thing. This is not a cup of tea. So the
Look,
fact that
I heard a little bit of it and it was cute.
Wow.
She's
That's
country.
shade.
She's into that.
So when you
It was
saying it's
cute.
kind of cute, are you saying it as a Taylor fan, saying like, oh,
Oh my! I'm sorry. Did I say Taylor? I didn't.
you kind of gave
Dane
you kind of
South.
the eyes like, oh, it's cute.
Stop
like,
bringing
oh.
her into the conversation.
Leroy, you did see the
okay?
eyes, right? Like it was
You
cute.
did bring up Taylor, though. You said Taylor doesn't need that when she comes out with something. It's number 1 the same
Leroy
day.
brought
Yeah,
her
you
up
did.
first,
Thank
and
you,
then
Marco.
I added to his,
But
his
you did.
comment.
You
Okay.
did say
It's
Taylor.
Okay.
Hey,
You
there's
did say
We're
Taylor.
going to the
Hey,
grocery store, huh?
there's certain artists
Taylor.
come out with an album, and before it even get hot off the presses, it's number 1.
But Leroy, that's because the artist is doing the songs or music from their
And
genre.
keep in mind, I'm not mad
somebody's
at her.
going-
I'm not
It's
mad
not
at her.
true.
I'm not mad at her for trying to do new stuff.
It would be like, give me a country singer, a male country singer.
Chris Stapleton.
Moreland, what? More.
All right, it'd be like Chris Stapleton
That's a guy.
coming out with a trap album.
Yeah.
Kane Brown tried to release a rap album, so that's country going
And
rap.
Did
Okay.
he?
And then
Wow.
look at the word you
Kane
said.
Brown.
Tried, right? You said
You know,
tried.
you
right?
know what throws me off though? Because
Kane Brown rap.
people
album.
like Jelly Roll and like Post Malone. Like
Post Malone is dipping into country.
their music is like everything, right? Because Post Malone a rap, he played the guitar, he does collaborations, he's in every different genre. So if Post Malone came out with something country, it would move up there quicker than what Beyonce's did.
But he has actually.
Yeah, and listen,
He has
and I understand
collabed with Morgan
and-
Wallen.
And this is why you gotta. This is smart. These artists realize they don't have to pack up stadiums anymore. What they're doing is a lot of their money that they're making performing is festivals. So when you have a festival, that means you have a different assortment of fans. So if I'm on stage right here and you want to see Beyonce, you know they might have a Beyonce, J. Cole, whatever stage. But if you're a fan and you want to go listen to Jack Harlow or you want to listen to
I've been doing that my whole life, man. It's called the Jazz Fest.
No. Yeah, but you still within the jazz genre. This is
No,
different now.
no, Jazz Fest is different now. They have artists from all over, a lot of different genres.
But
on
what you're
stages.
but festivals now,
Yeah.
like if you go to Beyonce now that she's in the country, she can do country, and country fans are gonna be there along with her, you know, with the beehives and all the people that love all the songs
The
that
only
she's had.
festival Beyonce is going to be doing is Coachella.
And okay,
Yeah, that's true.
there's a lot of different people at Coachella.
Yeah,
Maybe
but that's
Freaknik.
it.
A lot of different fans.
Is Freaknik coming back?
Nah. Well, I don't know. Freaknik might be back, but this might not be called Freaknik.
All right, look, Dan Day, you see his lovely, beautiful face there. He's not just there to patrol
Mike,
our
who's in?
Beyonce conversation. He will be taking over in the final hour here. So y'all treat my boy good.
Well, because first of all, Glenda said them streets need a body while you was gone. So let me know if you need anything, because you got to deal with it.
You got a couch for me, my boy.
Yeah, right. I got a pad for you, bro. I got a
Being
lily
a little
pad for you.
smart mouthed.
I appreciate that. Thank you,
Hold your
guys.
stuff.
Thank you. I'm getting off now, baby. Please. All right, I gotta go, y'all.
I hope you have a big booty couch.
More when we come back on the Tobin and Leroy show.
WQAM
What?
broadcasting live from the Ed Moore Sawgrass Auto
Tove, my man. Speech. First of all, I want to thank my connect. The most important person with all due respect.
I know this artist. It's Mr. Beyonce Knowles, right?
It's Jay-Z.
Mr. Beyonce Knowles. Got it.
No, it's Jay-Z.
I have nothing to add to this
Sean
Beyonce, Taylor Swift. I'm going to play Switzerland on this one and say I like both of them. They're both cool. They're both very talented and diverse artists. I love them both. Congratulations.
No one ever said otherwise.
Nobody ever said otherwise.
I got on all you guys were doing was yelling for 2 segments that I heard. Yelling.
We weren't yelling. We were talking passionately.
That's what we do.
Taylor Swift
I'm keeping
Beyonce.
You wanna go on a quiet show? Go holler at Joe Rose in Hollywood, or we a loud show.
We're just very passionate people.
Well, I guess let me correct that. I'm an animated individual, and Dan Day, you should know more than anybody where I'm from. So is everybody else.
You're on that.
I would bet you Dan Day has never had a quiet meal at home.
Don't get the show. Platinum Swords. Go home with you. Go home with that now. Don't get the show. I'm just saying, I don't feel like yelling about Beyonce and Taylor Swift right now. Yes.
Have you ever had a quiet meal back home?
No, man.
Okay.
What is it? Wait. A quiet meal at home? You talking about a gathering? Like a Super Bowl or Thanksgiving?
It don't matter what it is. Somebody yelling or loud. Don't matter what it is. It could be for a sandwich.
Let me tell you the craziness. We expect people to talk with their food, with food in their mouth, and be able to control the food in their mouth and not spit it on you, but still have a conversation. That's how crazy it is, right? Am I lying?
Task.
Both, yes.
You know why Dan Day so little? Because he tried to talk without eating.
I can't get to the food. Platinum Swords, by the way, much love.
Hey,
you know me, man.
Hey, every time you go home, they say, "What you been doing? You need to eat something."
Oh, it doesn't matter how big and fat you are. In the South, your grandmother, you need to eat. Hold up. They start feeding you. It's like, oh my goodness, man. Oh,
hey, that's what they said about Mel. Ooh, she's so little. Come in here and eat some of this food. Like, yeah, man. Away. They don't play. Again, Vlad, let me start the New Orleans conversation by making this point. I am the smallest person in my family, women included. That's all you need to know about New Orleans. Dan Day, he is just an exception to the rule. I mean, he's like, hey, in New Orleans, he would be like Wembanyama coming to the NBA. Look at that little new guy from New Orleans.
Look, I'm the skinniest guy pretty much everywhere I go. So, I mean,
not everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we're cousins.
There you go.
But we eat.
I eat.
We do eat. We just don't gain weight. That's a good life. Ladies, don't be jealous.
That's what I used to say.
Okay. Let's real quick get into the headlines. They're brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford, we know trucks. The Heat outplayed the 76ers.
Hey, new guy. New guy.
Wow.
Do you see this truck?
Give me 1 second. I misread that. It's the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Is that a Bronco?
No, sir.
Oh.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
I mean, it's Ford. That's what I saw. I thought that's just
okay.
F-150?
No, this is a Raptor.
Okay.
Goodness. So many great rides. The Heat outplayed the 76ers in the second half en route to a 109-104 victory. Bam and Tyler Hero had 23. Duncan Robinson added 20. Heading into the All-Star break, Miami has won 6 of 8 and are off until next Friday when they're in the Big Easy taking on the Pelicans at 8.
The Pels.
Good team.
Yep.
Still going to lose to the Heat, but good team.
Wow, you look at you going against your city.
I'm
against your
honest.
team.
I keep it a buck.
Being realistic.
They have the better record, and you're going against your team.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
That's nasty work.
Do we get the feeling? Don't you feel like New Orleans And the Pels should have won more with the talent.
Yes. Look at the lineup. CJ McCollum, Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram,
Leroy.
Herb Jones.
You're not gonna win if Fatty McDunks is not there to play.
He's been playing. That's the problem.
No. He hasn't been playing a lot. Fatty McDunks has missed a lot of games.
Yeah.
So if he's missing a lot of games, they're not gonna play well.
I think the funniest thing that's happened in Zion's career is Chuck saying he too fat. He need to lose some weight. Because when Chuck was playing, that's what they were saying about him.
Right. So he knows. He knows.
He ain't do nothing about it though.
Who, Fatty? Fatty McDunks? Oh, Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck.
He got his weight good. He won an MVP in '93.
Okay.
He took him to the finals. But the fact of the matter is, New Orleans should be playing better, and that's upsetting Dan. And the Miami Heat have been playing much better over the last 8 games. They won 6 of 8. And the question I want to pose is, what happens if they struggle when Jimmy, Terry, and Josh comes back?
One word is going to be synonymous with all this. I ain't worried about Terry Rozier buying in. But sometimes I worry about Jimmy doing it. Right? And that's playing with pace. They brought Terry Rozier so they would play with pace.
But you said it earlier that Spo wants to run, Jimmy doesn't. And you also and something you also said when we were referring to the Panthers in the playoffs, they play wide open during the regular season. But once the playoff comes, everything's half court, every possession matters, everything slows down.
That's why
Jimmy works so well. Right, because that's his pattern. That's how he moves already.
But here's the deal. And I'm curious about this. Look at everybody in the NBA. They all run. They all put up numbers, right? Is that the new wave? You see what I'm saying? Is that the new wave of NBA that everybody's going to run and we're going to get away from that, walk the ball up the court in the playoffs? Because what we talking about right now is 80s and 90s basketball. But have we gotten away from that? Because when you look at the last few champions, right? One of the things they possess, they score a lot, they get up and down the floor, and they have a dude that if you need a bucket can get you one. So where are we? Because right now, in every other sport, we talk about moving forward. But in basketball, we still talking about the same type of basketball that's been played since the 80s when we get to the playoffs. And Denver didn't play no defense.
It's evolving. I think it's
Denver played no defense last year.
No. That's what I'm saying. We're getting closer to the 90s and less in the 80s, and eventually it's going to evolve. That's why we're seeing teams that can fill it up, and then they have that dude because when things kind of slow down and they don't call the fouls, they have that one dude that can score a lot of buckets for you no matter what.
Also, with the game the way it is now, if your 3-point shot's not falling, you need a guy that can get the mid-range game. If you noticed last year, the teams that won, Denver, they had guys. Jamal Murray could shoot the 3, but you know what else he can do? He can shoot the mid-range jumper. You know what, Nikola? You know what Jokic kills people in?
That
mid-range jumper, fadeaway mid-range jumper.
That Dirk.
Yeah, mid-range jumper. Because not all the times those 3-point attempts are gonna fall. So if you're going 9 for 30, that's not a good. That's not a good 3-point performance. But if you can shoot very well within the paint, in the lane, you're still gonna win.
Is that now? Question. That's what's killed the Celtics. They shoot a lot of threes, and when they go cold, it is not pretty.
Right.
Yeah, but they got guys who can take it to the rim.
Mm-hmm. Well, what happens when a team focus on stopping you? That's one thing. That's the one fear that you always know when you're talking about the Miami Heat in the postseason. You give Spo and that coaching staff 4 days, 5 days, a week to focus on you in a 7-game series where they can make adjustments on the fly. Any series you go in, you're giving against the Miami Heat in the postseason. I really think you're giving the coaching advantage to the Heat automatically.
Right.
Automatically. So then if playoff Jimmy goes playoff Jimmy, if Bam, I don't know about Tyler, Tyler's still question marks. But yeah, nobody wants to face that team in the postseason. None.
They're built for the playoffs.
And that's unfortunately, yes, they are built for the playoffs, but you got to watch 82 games of ups and downs, ebbs and flows.
Yeah, but here's the problem. I would like everybody to understand that the regular season puts you in a situation in the playoffs where you won't have to go through a gauntlet, right? And they did it last year, so nobody's making a big deal about it, but you want the path to be as easy as possible. So if you can get that home court advantage, if you can get, teams coming into your place instead of you having to travel all over the damn world to play basketball, then, that's why I want them to plus, like, come on, man. There's no real blind faiths in sports. A lot of people don't believe it if they haven't seen it. Right? Now we have seen it with the Heat, but you can't keep playing that game. You can't keep playing that game. Oh, just get us in the playoffs. Because keep in mind, they lost the first play-in game.
Hell, they were 3 minutes away from losing the second one.
Right. So while we sitting here saying they didn't turn it on when they should have, it ended up happening. But you would think they would turn it on for the first play-in game, and they did not. And then they messed around with all the way up until 3 minutes left in the second play-in game.
Want to avoid the play-in game because it's a crapshoot no matter what.
Yeah.
That's why you're just aiming for that 6th seed.
It's sports, dude. It's sports. At any point in time, an NBA player or NFL player or whatever could get hot, and you have no answer, and you just try to avoid being in that situation. They pros too.
I got a question for you, Leroy. I'm surprised you haven't mentioned this at all today.
What's up?
You excited to see Tiger at the playing
Genesis
this weekend? Yeah, Genesis.
Yeah, I am. I like, he moves the needle, right? I don't think he'll win. Like he ain't like that. But I think it's like, seeing Jordan with the Wizards, right? It's still Jordan, even though he's playing for the Wizards.
But it was old ass Jordan though.
Don't matter. It's Tiger's older than he was.
Yeah, but you see, at least with golf,
Dude,
it's still you. It's you against the course.
Yeah,
but you still don't need those other 4 people to help you out somehow, some way.
That's true. Yeah, but it'll be good to see him play. I like seeing him play. It's really cool seeing him play with his son once a year, because Charlie could play. So yeah, it's good. Like it brings you back. You know what I mean? He'll make the cut, and then he'll struggle on the weekend because he gets tired or something hurts.
Because the old get tired.
No, but he's old with repairs.
Well, the old with repairs are tired quicker.
Yeah,
he's a jalopy.
You ain't lying about that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of parts.
He got a lot of parts.
I just like how Tiger Woods went from being the most beloved person in the world to the most hated person in the world, pretty much. Now, again, the most beloved person in the world.
That's sports, man. There's so many people that.
Damn, that's what they do, bro.
Wait, you want me to tell you? You want me to tell you a greater comeback than that? A-Rod.
Oh, come on.
A-Rod.
I do this all the time.
So wait, everybody loved A-Rod at first.
Wait,
everybody loved A-Rod.
Who loves him now?
Everybody.
Timberwolves, businesses.
Hey, you ready for this?
World.
You want me to give you another one that's more extreme?
ESPN.
You want me to give you another one that's more extreme?
Yes.
Mike Tyson.
That's a good one. Now that's a good one.
Well, that's because they love you. Listen, they love you to hate you, to see you fall, and then to love you back again. And that happens all the time. They always going to give you a second chance, but they want to see you take a major fall. They want to see you take a major L before they like, oh, let's bring him back in. Let's bring her back in. That's happens to all of them. You said Mike Tyson. You said A-Rod. There was somebody else who I thought about the other day.
You can go far back as Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, Ali. He went from love to hated to not being he was the most beloved sports figure ever.
Right.
Tiger's a great example.
Tiger's a good example.
Tiger.
A-Rod.
You know who went from love to being just not liked? Phil Mickelson.
I never liked Phil Mickelson. So
And Vince McMahon.
Because Phil Mickelson, like, and my buddy would tell me this. He said, everybody loved Phil Mickelson and hated Tiger when those two were playing. They always rooted for, and they go, on tour, it's the opposite. Everybody loved Tiger. Tiger changed the game, right? Tiger changed the game for everybody. Where they are right now with all this money with the SSG and the infusion of money and the tournaments for $25 million, that don't happen without Tiger. That don't happen. What has Phil done? Right?
You got Saudi money.
Yeah, but that's it. That's fine. I ain't mad at nobody for going to get the Saudi money, right? Because when you're in a situation where it's pay for play, and somebody say, I'm gonna give you money just for playing, you ain't got to win. Okay, that's your profession.
Speaking of the Saudis, Inter Miami was recently there. They kind of did a world tour, shook some things up. They keep their international touring going. Next, we're going to do a little bit of Inter Miami talk here on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Time for an Inner Miami update sponsored by Kettle One. Kettle One vodka made to cocktail. Ooh, this is that new Beyonce joint I heard last night. She talks about dive bars.
Best subject there is, right?
I love it.
I'm gonna go to the roundup tonight just to hear this.
Go to Roundup.
Oh man, a
to
woman
Roundup.
invited me to Roundup one time. I didn't make it out there.
Oh, you should have.
She was ladies' night too. What is ladies' night Friday?
I think it's Wednesdays.
Okay.
I would say Wednesday.
Ain't nobody giving no cheap liquor out on the weekends. What's wrong with you?
Man, country people are very giving, very cool. It's
On
weird.
Tuesday
Taylor
and
Swift.
Wednesday. On
Taylor
Tuesday and Wednesday.
You never been to a place that has free liquor on Friday? Shoot.
No.
I have.
Yeah, my house.
Fred's in Tigerland, LSU, Friday, $5 all you can drink from 7
Bar,
to 10.
though.
What is Roundup?
College bar.
It's a bar.
It's a bar.
College.
Country bar.
I just like how Taylor Swift started out as a country star that went to be a pop star. Beyonce started out as a pop star, and now she's kind of transitioning to being a country star.
I think this is a one-time deal.
Oh, this is a one-time deal. She is from Texas.
Yeah.
It's in the blood. Look at Jimmy Butler. It's in the blood.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta be from Texas to like Michelob.
Oh, yeah, you got to be from some dirty, nasty part of the South to do something like that. Michelob Ultra.
Michelob is nasty, bro.
Wow.
It's like urine.
I don't drink beer, so.
Oh,
Trust me.
Well,
you're not missing much.
I'm telling you, what you need to be drinking is that Kettle One. Kettle One vodka made to cocktail. Bring you this Inner Miami update. Kind of a big deal tonight over at Drive Pink Stadium. You know
what's going on?
Inner Miami taking on Newell's Old Boys.
Wait a minute, I know that team. Isn't that Messi's Argentinian
First team?
club?
First team.
That's where he started. A lot of people say where he will finish his career, which would kind of come full circle. This is where the big deal comes in. Messi is expected to start tonight. They're saying he's going to start. Of course he is. It's his original professional team from Argentina. Now, you know, China has canceled Argentina's international friendly trips to China because Lionel Messi did not play in the friendly they had Inter Miami against Hong Kong.
Wow. So they cancel all teams he play on.
So they said, we're taking our ball home with us. We're not playing anymore because you didn't play Lionel Messi, which Vlad and I have talked about. And I'm asking you, Leroy and JFig. I think that's one of the things. You did not buy a ticket to see Lionel Messi versus Hong Kong. You bought a ticket to see Inter Miami versus Hong Kong. So if Lionel Messi doesn't play, you shouldn't be upset.
Dan, stop that foolishness.
Stop that foolishness.
Because let me tell you why. Because when they sell that damn ticket, they sell it with Lionel Messi.
That's okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And then when he gets there and don't play, okay, they don't say the Pinks, they go, oh, Messi and the Pinks. When they sell the tickets and they sell the advertising and they sell all that stuff. Now, here's the problem I have with it. I have mad respect for soccer players for this reason. I can't never tell what season it is, and they play soccer all over the world, right? And at some point, you got to take a break. I get that. I ain't mad at them. I understand that. They play a lot of matches during the course of a year. And so from that standpoint, I know fans are upset, but think of all the different, like he's not playing for Argentina anymore, correct?
No, he still does.
I thought he, once he played with the qualifier, they said he was done.
Yeah, he's still there.
He's going to miss a bunch of games this year to play for Argentina, and he says he's still up in the air after he promised
he was done.
This was going to be his last World Cup. Then he said, you know what? Hey, Inter Miami. But, I mean, you bought an Inter Miami ticket. You did not buy a Lionel Messi. It's like JFig. You buy a Taylor Swift ticket, you expect to see Taylor Swift. But if Taylor Swift's not on the ticket, then you can't.
Oh, no. Let me ask you. I'll give you a perfect example. I am not a fan of all the artists. Not, I won't say don't like. It's just not my thing. A Tortuga, right? Mm-hmm. But I love me some Teddy Swims. If I bought a ticket and Teddy Swims didn't show, or something happened, do I have a right to be upset?
Subject to change.
Because technically, I bought
you bought Tortuga tickets. You bought
wow,
Tortuga
he's
tickets.
out here throwing in the technicality.
Right.
You're allowed to be upset because I would be upset.
Right, exactly.
You
So I get it. Like what it happens in all sports.
You bought it for what? You bought it for what?
Do you go? Do you buy
when you have a list of when you go to a festival or something like that, and there's a group of artists, you don't go for all the artists, you go for the artists you like. If that artist then doesn't show up, do you have a right to be upset? Because that's why the only reason why I would buy a ticket is because Teddy swims. So if he's not there,
so
that
why not
ticket
go to
is
Teddy
worth
Swims
$0 to me.
Go to a Teddy Swims concert instead of the festival.
But he might not come down here. He might come down here for the festival.
Look, I like a lot of artists that don't come down here by themselves. They come in festivals, okay? So if I buy a ticket to see this artist in a festival, I expect that artist to be there.
Right.
Now, I understand things do happen.
Yeah, but that's the basis on which
and I'll
they
validate
sold
it.
the ticket. They released the names of all the people in it so they can get all the various people who like all the different artists. So when you sell pink tickets, you think the Pinks could go on tour around the world without Lionel Messi?
No.
Okay, so you're making my point for me.
No, I'm not making your point for you.
You are. You said
people
no.
buy Inter Miami tickets, not Lionel Messi tickets.
I'll repeat
myself. All right, hold on, guys.
Before he joined the team, who was buying tickets?
I have to explain something to you.
You can't tour without Lionel Messi around the world.
I gotta explain something to you.
Those tickets were going
I
out.
gotta explain this. I gotta explain this to you with my cousin. All right. If Dan loves a team, he loves the team. He doesn't love a player for the team. So if you love the team, you go to go see the team. You're not gonna go see the team, the player. That's what Dan. Dan is he's old school. If you love a team, you love the team. He loves the name on. He loves the name on the jersey in the front, not the name in the back.
I get that.
Right, cousin?
I get that. Okay. I get that. That's how you do things. But when you go to a different country and you bring your MLS team over there to play your nation's team or a club from there, right? And you sell tickets and you get the money for your team to play their team over there. You're selling it based on Lionel Messi. Because if not, nobody would give a rat's ass about the Pinks. So I understand why people are upset. Because when the Pinks sell the game, they selling it as we have Lionel Messi. And then if he doesn't play, that's a bait and switch.
But the card is subject to change.
Okay. Now,
and you're also buying tickets with a chance to see.
I have the utmost respect for these guys because they play so many matches. They play more soccer around the world, no matter where you get your money from, right? Than any other sport. They play more than any other sport. And so from that standpoint, I understand that maybe Lionel Messi's going to go somewhere and might not be able to play. Keep in mind, whoever their manager is, it's most important that he get Lionel Messi ready for the start of the Pink season.
And that is going to be February 21st, Real Salt Lake, Drive Pink Stadium. Going to be exciting. Going to close things out next here on the Tobin and Leroy Show, 560 WQAM. Wrapping things up on the Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin should be back tomorrow. Tiger Woods having an up and down day at the Genesis. I'll probably not watch too much golf, man. I got a lot going on. But the Heat are hot. 6 of the last 8. The Panthers, they stay hot. They have been great. The Miami Hurricanes basketball team have not been very great. In fact, they've been downright bad.
They lost a lot of players, got a lot of new guys and some banged up guys. It happens. It's
well,
I will say this. There's a couple of guys on that team that supposedly were going to continue.
Yeah. Wooga Popla's not playing well.
And they haven't been playing well.
Wooga Popla's not played well. I think he's looking at the NBA more so than he's looking at finishing his college career.
Yeah.
I mean, Nigel Pack did not score last night. It's hard to win when one of your best players does not score.
The only guy that's played very well for him all year has been North Chad O'Meara to me.
Yeah.
He's been great.
That guy is just, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a Rodman. Like a guy who just plays with so much energy and effort.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be denied, right? Usually that type of play rubs off on the rest of the team, and it's not.
When it comes to the Heat, Leroy, are you scared a little momentum might get slowed down with this All-Star break, or is it something good? You think they need
just
to
look
rest?
at it as rest. I look at it as rest. The thing about basketball, when you get this break, you go and do some self-scouting, and now you have pictures, and you have video, and you have games to show for Spo to put up the film and say, this is what I want. Okay? This is what I want. This is how I want us to play. Right? Forget the results. This is the style of basketball I want us to play. And I think you saw it more the last couple of weeks than you've seen it all year for a more consistent basis. That being said, you're going to get some healthy bodies back. I think Jimmy can play whatever style of basketball you need played, so I'm not worried about him. Okay, you brought in a point guard who plays much like Maxey, right? Fast, speed, up and down the court, and that's why you signed him. That's why you signed Terry, right? Is so that you can get that energy that was missing, that fast pace that was missing. And so, yeah, I think they welcome the guys to come back because guess what? If you only go in 7 or 8 man rotation for a substantial amount of time, guess what's going to happen, Dan? When all them other guys come back, the guys you got going to be exhausted.
Yeah. Going to be. Seems though, as when Jaime Jaquez Jr. is healthy and playing well, this team seems to be playing very well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's one of the things. But Jimmy, though, I think the toe, maybe get him back right. Perfect. He's got some time off for this All-Star break. I think he'll come back. Could be a nice second half. There's going to be ebbs and flows in every season. We know that, but we'll just have to wait and see. Leroy, when are you leaving for Vegas?
Saturday.
So you are here tomorrow with Tobin, Marcos, JFig.
There'll be no Marcos.
No Marcos?
There'll be Vlad filling in.
Vlad. All right. So Marcos will be gone. Tobin.
Do we need to do a wellness check on Vlad?
I'm sorry?
Do we need to do a wellness check on Vlad?
What do you mean?
The big booty incident.
Oh, you mean wellness check on Marcos, not me.
I mean Marcos.
Yeah.
Marcos.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna have a problem with big booties. You know what I mean?
No. I meant
so
to
Marcos,
say. I meant to say, Vlad. Do we need to have a wellness check on Marcos?
Yes. I'm about to call him right after the show is about to end and make sure that he's
him
okay.
to blink.
Yeah. Blink 2 times if you're in trouble.
Tell the baby, he might use the baby as his way of, talking to us, communicating. So if the baby, waves 2 times, he's all right. If the baby doesn't wave, he's not good.
So there will be a Marcos big booty wellness check after the show. We'll
Yes.
update you that on
There won't be no big booty check. But no big. Don't mention big booty in it. That's why he in this situation.
I'm always in big booty check. We always have to check on the big booties.
When was the last time you looked for a big booty quarterback, though?
First of all, nobody's looking for a big booty quarterback.
His face.
Marcos was looking for a big booty quarterback. The biggest quarterback I ever played with. He might be the biggest quarterback ever. Dante Culpepper.
No way. Jared Lorenzen from Kentucky.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah,
fattest.
but I played in the NFL with Dante.
That's a big dude.
But that's who you play with. I'm just saying the fattest. I mean, the biggest. Well,
He's no longer with
He
us.
was in the league for like a little while. Yeah,
he won a title. I mean, he's no longer with us right now. Rest in peace. But I mean, he was a big booty. Pause.
Wasn't he back up to Eli or something?
Exactly.
Yeah, he got a
A
check.
whole backup. He got a ring. Might
You
not
couldn't
fit his
see
finger.
Eli in front of him.
He might have been an extra offensive lineman.
Vlad, go call Marcos. We got Tobin and Leroy back next. Hawk and Crowder next here, though, right now on 560 WQAM.